Welcome to another episode of Smugcast. This week's episode is brought to you by Ranger Nutrition. Ranger Nutrition is a disabled veteran-owned company. All of their products are made right here in the States. They are all natural. They have great products. They really do. From protein drinks to pre-workout formulas. They have weight loss supplements. They have shirts. They have some great shirts. They're actually very, very comfortable. But their pre-workout formulas are top notch. I use them. I can't get enough of them. They are absolutely my favorite pre-workout formulas I've ever had. I'm not just saying it because they're a sponsor. I've actually used them, and they are fantastic. But that is Ranger Nutrition. You can find them at rangernutrition.com. Use promo code SMUGCAST, and you will get 15% off your order. Also, Jay's Wings and Seafood over on the east side of Indianapolis. You can call in your order, save a little time. It's 317-890-0088. Use promo code SMUGCAST, and you will get 10% off your order. Also, Repo Records. They can't thank those guys enough. They have helped us out tremendously. They hooked us up with new studio sound condensing foam. They taught us how to record audio. They taught us how to edit audio. They really, really knocked it out of the park. That is Repo Records, taking the music back. Also, this week we have Blonde On Brunette. This is kind of a long episode, but it's well worth it. The girls were hilarious. It was a great time. So, with that, this is Smugcast.
Come on, get down to it. I'm trying to run to the chopper and yes! My GPS is stuck in the goddamn jungle. Come on.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Smugcast. I am AP. With me, as always, I guess we're still going with the most sensitive man, BJ.
Hello, AP. Looks like we got some lovely people in here with us today.
We absolutely do. With us today, we have the girls from Blonde On Brunette, Jess and Caitlin.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
Big fans.
Thanks.
We are, man. We are. My kids are, apparently, too.
All we do is drink alcohol, so I support that.
So that's why.
You gotta start them young. Start them young.
That's why AP is a big fan.
Yeah. All right.
Hey. I like, what's having alcohol on the podcast is something we do not do anymore. For those of you who have listened, after the conspiracy theory episode.
But today, with these special guests, we definitely wanted to dive into it.
We are. They make drinks, so.
Let's make drinks. Can we start there? Because I've been sitting here and
we can.
On our last episode, we played with what was it? Mixology dice.
Yeah.
And they did us wrong. They did us dirty, and they gave us some shit fucking drinks. So.
And usually, every time we get together, we're like, let's get a little loose, and then we just get really drunk.
So did they lose? Did it start going downhill when it said kumquats?
Yeah. Well, we didn't know what a kumquat was. We had to Google it.
Yeah.
And then
we had to find creme de cassis.
Yeah, which is shit. Don't buy that.
And you kept saying, "Are we gonna find this on the east side?"
We didn't think so. We didn't think so, but we did. We found some. We definitely didn't find a kumquat.
So
no kumquats.
So do you want to just start off with a little shot?
Yeah, let's do that.
Malibu. Of course, Malibu rum's not really that much alcohol, but
can I do?
Yeah. Do you have bourbon or whiskey or vodka?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
I know.
He used to keep right behind where you're sitting at is where you used to keep a cooler of vodka.
Okay, I'm obsessed.
Okay, I love that.
Obsessed.
I don't know if I've just ever had. Well,
can I be?
I tried it last night. What?
Can I be picky? And can you put a little bit of the orange
pineapple
juice in with mine?
You can do whatever you want to do.
I don't know if you
You're
guys
gonna
have
like
ever
it.
watched me take a shot, but
Yeah.
like it's not good.
it's like you put dog shit under her nose.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm still working. I'm only 23. I'm still working on it.
She
okay?
is. I'm teaching her everything I
Yeah.
wish I knew when I was 23 so that she's ready.
Cheers.
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 That is
Cheers.
hilarious.
This is still gonna be so ugly.
Oh, hi, 1990 tanning bed. Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Malibu.
That is what that tastes like.
Did
anybody else ever have to sit in the waiting room where their mom was in the tanning bed in the 90s? No, just me? Okay.
Yeah.
You did?
Well, I used to go with my
Oh
best
my
friend. He would
God.
tan.
My grandpa died, and that's the first thing my mother bought was a tanning bed.
Really?
Yeah, set it up in our garage. I would come in there and sleep in it for 40 minutes after school every day.
That was probably really good for your skin.
Well, that's why I've tried to be so healthy now.
Yeah.
I've used
Just like reverse all the effects that you did as a teenager.
I used a tanning bed once, and I
Yeah.
was in there for 2 minutes, and I was like, "This is like I'm sweating my ass off."
Oh.
And I was just like, and I kept thinking, my butt cheeks are where someone else's butt cheeks were. I'm out
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's not.
because I saw the person who came out before me.
See, yeah, you don't know. No,
No.
there should be like a back door and a front door. You don't need to see the shit that was in there.
Well, then I get in the car, and my best friend at the time was like, "You're already done." I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I just can't sit in there." I was like, "It's boring and it's hot." And he's like, "Well, just do what I do in there," and he told me what he did in there.
yeah.
I never went
Yes, I know a lot of people that
I
used to do that.
I
in there.
had there was
What?
when we were in college.
The early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s were wild. I'm so glad that I was
Or
not a
gross.
teenager.
They're just gross.
There's-
We didn't have smartphones, so we
We
didn't
didn't.
No.
We didn't.
When I was in college, we had the house that I lived in. We had two houses down was just another group of college girls.
Sure.
And the one girl was very open,
Yeah.
And well, she had went to the tanning bed and had a little fun.
Sure.
And apparently was a little too loud. Because when she came out, everybody was just staring
Just
at
staring
her
at
with these
her.
looks like, I cannot believe you just went in there and did that.
Sometimes you get in a zone. You don't know. I don't. I mean,
That is so wild
Just
to
get in
me.
the
yeah.
zone.
That's. I mean, I don't.
I guess like you're just like warm and you're fuzzy or whatever and feeling good. I didn't even hear what he said.
I don't
He
know.
said,
who
I've
should-
been there before.
I've been there. He knows. He knows. How old are you guys? Where did you graduate? Those are two different questions. Decide which one.
I'm going to turn 37 in March.
Okay.
I look like I'm 45.
No, not at
I
all.
didn't think so.
I thought we were close
Well,
to the same age.
I didn't take the hat off. It's all gray.
That's
Is
okay.
it
Most
really?
of it. Most of it is.
I thought
He's not that great.
I tell
Yeah.
the lady when she cuts my hair, try to get out as much as you can.
I
Yeah.
understand.
And then when your wife asks you, like, would you take just for men for your birthday? Is that okay?
I mean,
Wow.
my boyfriend's only 24. I'm 23. He's 24, and he is prematurely just losing a little bit of hair in the front. I told him, like, when I get rich, I will buy the fuck out of some implants for you. Like, that will be your gift for the year.
So
Yeah, that would be good.
I graduated in '98.
Okay.
Okay. And
I
when did
graduated 01.
01? Okay. All right. And where'd you said where'd you go to college?
Indiana State
Oh, okay.
for about a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I learned a lot about weed back then.
yeah.
I'm sure my parents would love to hear that.
Well, they love the podcast, remember?
Oh,
And are you guys Southsiders?
Yep.
Born and raised?
Okay.
No.
No.
Okay.
This is actually the weird part.
Okay.
Neither one of us are from here.
Where are you from?
I'm from down south, like down. You know where Bedford's at?
Yeah.
Down past Bedford.
I have a friend named Jason that's from Bedford.
I'm
Yeah.
actually from Seymour.
Oh, okay.
I grew up
I
there.
know so many people from Seymour. I shot my first BB gun in Seymour a couple months ago.
That's awesome.
That's where you were.
Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah.
I
wow.
I moved up here in 2002 for a
Okay.
job.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
I was in what would have been 2007, I think, is when I actually moved here.
Oh, wow. You guys haven't been around here very long then.
No, this was the big city to us growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More or less, pretty much.
Like, it was
I remember coming to Greenwood to go to what was the sports?
Galleons.
Galleons.
Yeah, coming up here to go to Galleons.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was a big deal.
Yeah, that was a big
now
deal.
Dick's, like that's their shoe department. That store.
Well, the funny part is when we used to go up to plan to go up to Greenwood or whatever, it was like we were planning to go to Florida. Hey, we're gonna go
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks from this Saturday, and then we'd get the family. We'd all get. I think my grandpa had like
Plan
a
it out,
van.
yeah.
One of those.
Custom vans.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, with the table in the back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
Hell
And
yeah.
then we were so hillbilly when we went on trips, we would head down the road and have the door open for better air conditioning.
I'm obsessed with that.
Just think about that now. To say people would call somebody, it'd be on.
Oh,
the news.
yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah.
I don't know how many times as a kid I rode in the back of my dad's truck, like
Oh yeah.
sitting on the
That's
edge.
the best part.
He's
On
like,
the
well,
wheel
just
well.
set up next
Yeah.
to the cab or something so you can hang on to the. Yeah,
Yeah, because you'd be hauling something. It's better if someone holds on to it.
exactly. It's right. It's right. We don't straps.
Whether it's your child or not.
I remember riding home from where my dad worked at the time. Me and my sister, and there was another guy with us. I can't remember who, or if it was his friend or who it was, but they were sitting in the cab, and me and my sister were sitting in the back, and it was pouring down rain.
Yeah. 0 fucks.
And I'm crying, I'm screaming, and my dad's going, "We're almost there."
Yeah. Here's the good news: you don't have to take a bath when we get home.
Yeah.
Oh, now and the kids are like, "Dad, did you turn the seat warmer on?"
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I've never said that in all the time. That's mom.
For those that
My kids say that.
you might hear him in the background, that is Luciano, the intern. So we are trying to
Yay.
have him do the stuff we don't want to do.
Which is Googling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's getting paid in caffeine because
He
he's
is.
at a Red
He's-
Bull. Or
he's
no, what
got
did you have?
Monster.
A Monster right now. Before this was a Mountain Dew Code Red. Oh my god.
And he still has no energy. Look at
No,
him.
look
Either
at
that
that's
or-
13. This is 13 in a nutshell, right?
He
here.
had half of the Mountain Dew gone, and he was just like dead to the world. And I was like, "Do you need an energy drink?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh
No, bro.
No, bruh. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this
I like it.
Yeah, and that's funny part is I've never seen him with like when he played football, a ton of energy. Like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah."
And then in the
And you're a football player too?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. My 13-year-old son is a football player also. Yeah.
this was his first year playing because I held him out for a little bit because I was worried about. I told you guys the story about
Yeah.
me before we come on the air, but I was worried about that.
I think that's a legitimate worry. I mean, they start kindergartners out on
Yeah.
the east side, and I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
and then they have dads yelling at him, "Knock his head off!"
Right, yeah.
And
That
other-
aggressive. Like, you know what? I'm all about flag. Like, teach them the fundamentals
Oh,
at that
yeah.
age.
That's what I did
That's
with
great.
We
That's
We
great.
coached
Yeah.
his flag football team.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it was at a church league, and I got in trouble for yelling.
Was
at
it the
people.
one? Was it the one up here across the street from the Starbucks off 31?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it Catholic church?
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
this was the
the gathering place.
gathering.
Oh,
place.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Like that the biggest sports complex place I've
Yeah.
seen for.
And it's a church, right?
Yeah.
I got in
Oh,
trouble
that's
for.
so weird, isn't it?
I got yelled.
Fuck that.
They're indoor.
I got yelled at for yelling at the
fine.
referee, and Aaron's like, "Settle down."
Yeah. Well, like I used to live right across the street before before me and my wife got married. And, I always saw, there's this huge place, but I'd never been in it. Well, then when we coached the team, when we did team pictures, we went inside. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Where in the hell are they getting that money?
Right.
That place, there's an indoor soccer field. There's like 6 indoor basketball courts.
There's a karate thing upstairs. Where
Was
they
there?
teach karate.
Karate. I used to take
Not
karate.
cult like at all.
I took karate. Yeah, I took karate when I was a kid for about 3 months, and that it was at the boys' club in Bedford. And,
I bet they had a high level instructor there.
Oh, it was great, man. They,
Have you guys ever seen the foot fist way?
Yes.
The foot.
What?
That's what it reminds me. Sorry, it's
What
what
is
reminds
it?
It was the guy who does down in what is that?
Eastbound and down.
Eastbound and Down. Who's
Oh.
the
Danny
Powers.
McBride.
Yeah,
Danny McBride. It was look up the foot fist way. It was Danny McBride's very first film. Will Ferrell saw it and said, "This guy's gonna be fucking amazing," and funded the film. But he's a karate guy, and
Holy
it's
shit,
God,
I'm gonna
it's
have to
so
look
And if
funny.
you have not
I think that's
seen-
the technical term, karate guy.
If you
Yeah,
have,
Yeah, okay.
I was following.
if you have
For
not
sure.
seen Danny McBride's work, Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Will
Oh,
Ferrell's
yeah,
in it
for
as
sure.
Ric Flair
Yeah.
as the car salesman.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's great. It's great.
And oh, by the way, Ric Flair is now doing car
Oh
commercials.
yeah, he's Rick. He is the not the DJ MC for the
Sports awards or
no at the Indy 500 this
Indy
year.
500.
in the
No
snake
shit.
pit.
No way.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's the MC.
Have you done the snake pit? I know we talked about going to Carb Day and just getting
We're
hammered.
going to Carb Day.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Can we have like a Carb Day moment together this year?
Oh yes. Have you been to Carb Day?
Oh yeah, girl.
I
But
used-
do you
Oh,
do
yeah.
the infield?
No,
Because you guys are serious. Like
Yeah,
your
we
families are
watch
very
it.
serious.
Yeah,
Watch.
we-
I have yet to see a race.
the Indy Lights race
There's-
is like the
there's-
coolest fucking thing about Carb Day.
Well,
and being
You should
drunk.
do a blonde.
Time out. You have not been to Carb Day with me. That is not the coolest
Okay,
thing
all
about
right,
the race.
right. Prove me wrong in 2017.
we used to
We will do it.
One of the companies I used to work for, Miller Lite, was one of our vendors, and they used to give us.
I thought you were going to say you work for Miller Lite. I was like, motherfucker, you've waited this long to tell us.
So they used to give us passes to everything. So you go
Oh,
to the
yeah.
you go to Miller Lite, their little thing, and there's free beer all day.
Sure. Oh yeah.
That's when I used to drink, and I'd just be like,
Yeah.
it would be a shit show. It's a shit show.
And then it's in air conditioning too, so you're not outside sweating your ass
Yep.
off. You're in there just getting hammered in air conditioning, free food. And there was no, and I never, like you said, I never watched the race.
No, I've never. I've lived in Indianapolis my entire life, and we took our kids to the race a couple years ago, and they were like, "Why do you guys do this every year?" And I was like, "Well, this isn't what we do because you're fucking here. But what we usually do is a lot more fun. We'll bring you back when you're 21."
Whoopsies.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we will hit the track hard. See, I just bought a Ford Transit van, which
It
I
kind
seen
of
that.
reminds me of a toaster.
right.
It's still kind of, that's a cool looking vehicle, though.
It is.
know.
It's
Yeah,
not
oh, yeah, it's
terrible.
badass.
It's like it's the number one selling American made car in Europe.
Yep.
That's
Is
crazy.
it really?
Europe?
Yeah.
That's a really fun fact.
I know,
too.
and I
Good
love
stat.
it. Yeah,
Good
thank
stat,
you. Thank you.
girl.
I'm very excited. So I have this new Pinterest board about how I'm going to convert my van and abandon my family, and it's going to be great. So so I want to camp out in the Coke lot, and I told John, my significant other, that that's what I wanted to do, and he was like, "Babe, that's where people get killed," and I was like, "No, that's where other people get killed. We will not be
Not
killed.
us.
No, we will not be killed.
Here's my
We'll
thing.
be camping."
Here's my thing about the Coke lot, though.
I've never been to the Coke lot.
Me neither. Because
not that bad.
I
It's
like.
not.
My dad camps there every year.
See,
I
That'll
like
be
taking
fine.
showers, and I like puking in my own toilet. You know what I mean?
Oh, see,
Like,
no. If I have a
so-
reason not to shower, the Coke lot is where I need to be.
All right.
So
all right.
do you every time you drink, is it your goal to puke?
No.
No, I haven't.
okay.
I haven't thrown up since 2015 from
It's a fucking record.
drinking.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
In Las Vegas.
Oh, that's the story.
And
Yes.
it was not cute,
No.
and I was like, "Nope, I'm done with this." So I mean, I get to the very edge, but I was never really a puker anyway.
Yeah.
Matt, my boyfriend, on the other hand, that son of a bitch. Oh my god, he will throw up anywhere. Literally,
I thought he cleaned up your puke once and you cleaned up his puke once.
Once.
That was before
I
2015?
was technically a sophomore. I was not 21 at the time.
Oh,
it was
okay.
my friend's 21st birthday, and I was like, "Let's party!"
Right.
And I drank, and I leaned over. We were back at my house, and I leaned over and was like, "Yes, I'm gonna throw up in this trash can." And I threw up in the trash can, and then he walked in. He was like, "Babe, what the fuck?" And I looked down, and like I didn't.
So not the trash can. So not
Missed
the trash
it.
can.
Totally missed it. So
Yeah.
he cleaned my puke once. He puked actually at his mom's house. We were at his
Oh,
mom's
shit.
house.
Oh, no.
And he claims he got like actual sick.
They always do.
Right? He was like, I don't know. Like, I've never felt like that before.
It was
man."
bad Taco Bell. No,
Yeah.
motherfucker, it was
No,
not.
it was the fucking fifth of Fireball.
Yeah.
You drank with
Oh,
your friend, you idiot.
I love Fireball.
I had never had Fireball until New Year's Eve. I took a shot of it.
Yeah, we had to. That was a fun. I actually drank that night.
It's
Yeah,
a
that was-
liquid heaven.
He's
That's beautiful.
never drank with me, and I don't know.
And
the
you guys
5
are
years that we've
friends?
known each other. He doesn't drink.
Yeah, but you're friends with someone who doesn't drink?
Well, I
No, I'm
didn't.
just kidding.
Why would you do that?
I didn't know he didn't drink when we met.
Okay, time out. He dropped this bomb on me way later
But
in our
he,
friendship.
but he had a couple beers.
I had
And
6 actually.
oh,
Good
I did
job.
not
Oh
know
my
this.
God.
And you felt
on the
okay for
floor?
not being a drinker? That's a lot.
Oh,
Oh, the next day he was like dead.
no! I was just. I wasn't bad, but what happened is I took my medicine. Then Aaron walked through the door, gave him a big bro hug. He's like, "Hey, I got you your Corona because I love Corona."
Ooh, Corona's
So I
good.
was like, "I'm gonna hammer this down, drink it," and then I took it right for my medicine. And I was screwed.
Yeah.
I was walking around, and then that's what we made
Yeah.
the video,
Oh yeah.
and we had on women's leggings.
I didn't drink that night.
You were wearing leggings?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Okay.
Me and him,
Have
it
you guys
was
talked about
stupid.
this on your podcast?
No.
Okay, but we're just going to sit back. You go ahead and finish the story. Yeah.
No, I don't even remember why. He just called me up and he's like, "Hey, I'm wearing leggings tonight."
No, I said.
I'm sorry, what?
Since you
They're
said
very
Were
comfortable.
they your wife's
Yeah.
leggings?
Well,
Okay.
2 things
the,
here.
the pair I wore were his wife's leggings.
Hell yeah.
He said he called me. You heard he called me sensitive, right? So I was like, "Hey, let's have a theme New Year's party." From the dude, it's like, "Let's have a theme one. It's called Worst Outfit Ever."
If I had to guess, you would be the one of the two of you to say that. I would have not guessed you.
No, I have a lot. That's one of the things is everybody has those hidden things about them they don't share with a lot of people.
Right.
I like to create awkward situations, and I figure if you see someone in an awkward outfit, you don't know what they're going to say. And
Do you have pictures?
oh, I'm pulling up the pictures right
thank
now.
God.
I'm notorious for my phone and the things that I
You
have
remember
on my
whose
phone.
glass was whose glass?
This
No,
one was mine.
I don't really know.
There's
Let me see.
that's me and that's Aaron.
And Motherfucker, you're wearing LuLaRoos also. Do you even know what that is?
All I know is my wife was mad I fitted him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But LuLaRoos have a lot of
Yeah,
stretch.
no, I know. I would
And you
guess
saw
that
my
too.
wife. I'm like,
And they're
babe,
very
you're
comfortable.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything.
Honestly, she should be like, damn, like my husband fit in my leggings. Like, shit, baby, looking good.
Time out though. Are you wearing cutoffs over your leggings?
Yeah, we cut off
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we sipping this or
So
shooting
this,
it?
Oh,
you
you
can
can
do
just-
whatever you want. Okay, so I just made a drink.
I'm probably
Okay.
gonna need to sip it.
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
sweet. You'll be
it's
good.
very
It's
sweet.
got
I
whipped
didn't-
cream and
I did
pineapple
not
juice
know
in it.
So
whipped cream was
this
in
is
this.
this is Scooby Snacks. For those of you who may want to make Scooby Snacks, it is a very fruity.
That's vegan whipped cream, right?
Yep, absolutely. Had my wife pick that up at the vegan store this morning. That's why it's got a big snowman on the
If
front
you
of
didn't
it.
know, Ready Whip is very vegan.
So this is Scooby Snacks. What this is 1 ounce of Malibu
This is
rum,
delicious.
1 ounce of Midori, ounce and a half of pineapple juice, and then usually put that in the shaker on some ice. Fill the rest of it up with. We don't have to. Put a little bit of Ready Whip inside of it. Shake
Yeah.
it up. Drink it. It's a good drink.
Ooh.
And I
It's really
almost
good.
thought the Ready Whip was gonna like kind of, you know how it separates and gets real funky.
doesn't.
It's like super smooth and all kind of combined perfectly.
Oh gosh.
It's really good.
I don't want to steal this, but if we do a St. Patrick's Day episode,
Green.
we're going to be using
This is what we're using.
This is what we're
This
doing.
is it.
Hi.
Like I
What
said,
the hell is
we're doing-
Midori? I've never had
We're
that.
doing show prep right now on someone else's
It's-
podcast.
No, you're fine. Right there. It's only like
melon
'cause
liqueur.
you're-
It's a liqueur, yeah.
your Malibu is only 40.
Yeah,
and
it's not
so,
much.
And so is Midori. So I mean,
Oh,
we're-
so we're good now. It's 80.
yeah, no, it's 80. That's
I
kinda-
don't fuck with anything lower than 80.
That was kind of my thought process
know.
last night because I wanted to. Well,
Yeah.
I ran out of vodka
yeah.
and I had this in the fridge. And I
I have
didn't want to
respect for
crack it
that.
until you guys got here, but I was like, there's enough. So I took a shot. Well, I
Of the
don't know.
Midori?
No.
Oh.
I mixed it too.
Yeah.
Just and actually, I think I put a little pineapple in it too, and it wasn't bad.
Ooh, okay.
It just wasn't as smooth and as because obviously
Yeah.
they didn't put the Ready Whip in it. But I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't
No,
drink
no,
this.
no,
I could
no,
see
no,
that.
no, no.
The drink on the back is called Japanese Melons.
It looks
I think I
fire.
follow her on Instagram.
Say, isn't that a porn?
No?
She does yoga. She does
does
yoga
yoga.
with her daughter every morning
She rubs her face
on bread.
I'm such a dick.
I do have another drink, and I remember. I think we talked about this earlier, but
What are we doing?
that's that I'm working on.
You're working
I'm trying
on
to
it.
figure out
Okay.
how to make it perfect because
Maybe we can help. Tell us what's in it.
You have the 3 Olives vodka loopy.
Oh,
I have not had
shit.
that.
Oh my god, that brings back so many
dude,
memories.
loopy. Just the vodka alone tastes like
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Exactly.
Exactly like
exactly
that.
like it.
So I think there's actually probably a way I could do. I could make it similar to this,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of the melon,
Yeah.
have like maybe the what's the red what's it called? It's kind of the same type stuff.
Like
only
a
it's red.
liqueur,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a liqueur, only it's red. But I think it's like rose flavored maybe.
Oh, you're talking about you're not talking about tequila rose, are you?
No,
that's what I was
God.
thinking about.
Great
No.
story
I
about
love that.
Great
I
story
love
about
that
Tequila Rose. Is the only time I've ever seen my wife get into the shower the wrong way,
What?
break the shower curtain,
Oh,
throw up in a government official's front yard, drive to work with a trash can, and still in the car.
Oh, bless her heart.
'Cause it was one of the-
Jesus.
Like, that's a bad bitch move. Though.
That is, though. She did a lot of amazing things.
It was one of those things
I
where
support.
we went out, and then one of my friends had a bar in his basement. They had I don't know what it was.
That's where you get fucked up when you have a friend with
Yeah.
a bar
Oh,
in their
yeah.
It was the
basement.
same. It was
Absolutely.
the St. Patrick's Day. I said, "Steph, I'll drive." So if you want to drink, I'll drive. I said, "No problem."
Good man.
And so she ended up. Everything's great. And I was back bartending and stuff like that, and we were starting to run out of shit. And I found this Tequila Rose, and I was like,
Oh, it's so good.
and I was like, okay, we'll try this. So I poured a couple shots, just hammered it down. Went to the worst dance club ever, but it was great though. She started dancing with other women.
Oh yeah, that's when you know.
and
you're
she kept doing one of these.
With you?
Yes,
And
just
I'm
the
just-
point and drag.
And at that point in time, I was like, God, it's gonna be a great night. We didn't have kids yet. And all of a sudden, I was like, hey, it's time to go home. We're driving. She's like, I don't feel good. And I was like, all right. I was like, we're almost home. Just relax. She's like, I can't make it. So we pulled over in the middle of town. She's throwing up in some dude's yard who I knew was the county commissioner. Then I get her home, and I'm trying not to laugh.
Right.
And I was like, I'll start the shower. So I started the shower. Instead of having her feet in the tub, she had them out in the tub.
Oh.
And then I was like, baby, you're the wrong way in the bathtub. And she turned around, grabbed the shower curtain, the rod all came down.
Oh, yeah.
And then she had to go to work the next morning, like, I don't know, like at 6 or 7. So she drove the whole way to work,
Holy
throwing up in the trash can.
I would have called in. She's
I would have probably done a no call, no show.
Should no call, no show.
No, this was what we hadn't even moved to Indianapolis yet.
Actually, that was the night you were
That was the night you were
Conceived.
conceived. Yeah.
That's what both my kids were almost named Tequila.
Yeah. It was- yeah.
No, they both were going to be Tequila. trust me.
Tequila and tequila.
Yeah.
And that
Tequila
tequila and this tequila.
Well, speaking of that, we did have some people that knew about your show, knew you were coming on. They actually sent us some questions for us to ask.
I feel fancy.
Oh my god.
So the return of viewer questions.
And yes, I know it's viewer questions.
It's
I
my
have to point-
podcast. I produce it, so it's viewer questions.
Viewer questions.
They
Even
want
though there's no video
They
on
want
here.
That's
Not
okay.
yet.
I get it. I
There
get
was
it.
one dick that was like, well, that's actually not their listener questions.
One dick. Would that
You
be
get
our-
it. It's media.
Would
You
that be the
consume it
conspiracy
somehow.
theory guy
Yes.
that's going to be on next week?
I'm interested to hear these questions.
I am too. Oh god.
All right. What kind of drunk would you describe yourself as?
I'm just a drunk bitch. Like there's no, like, it's one of those things where, like, I just say dumbass shit, I do dumbass shit, and I wake up in the morning and say to myself, I am a dumb drunk bitch. Like, or my favorite is when, like, I think that I'm, like, all of a sudden, like, a supermodel, like a sexy, just, like, I have sex appeal.
But
and
you're
on the
always
dance
sexy.
floor. Oh, yeah, thank you. But I'm, like, out on the dance floor, just, like, working it, and then someone the next day shows me a video, and it's like,
You look like
Didn't that
something's
happen
wrong
at
with you.
Matt's? Didn't that happen at Matt's holiday party this year?
I'm sure. Yeah. So, yeah, I forgot about that actually. So,
Thanks for bringing it up, by the
yeah.
way.
So,
It's a great story. They had so much fun.
oh my god, I had so much fun. So that night, it was our kind of our first like holiday office party. You know, where we just graduated. I graduated 2 years ago. He graduated in 2016 from college. So we're just getting into the workforce, doing this whole thing, and so I basically, like, I'm not going to say I started everyone dancing, but, like, I basically started everyone
He
dancing.
works at a place that's kind of lame. Like, I
Yeah.
don't mean this mean,
No,
but
no.
they should be grateful that Matt and Caitlin
Oh,
are
yeah.
associated with this because their holiday party would have blew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Matt and I are the type of people when we show up at parties, like, we don't have to be around each other the whole time. We don't have to do the whole thing. But then, like, bitch, I want to dance. Like, I need you to dance with me. So we're on the dance floor. We're dancing all night. We go home. The next Monday, he gets to work, and all of his work friends came up to him, and he was like, my favorite part of the night was just watching you and Caitlin on the dance floor, and you just grabbing handfuls of ass all night long. I was like, yes. So I'm sure that looked really cute for everyone.
I think that that's important, and I think people kind of lose sight of it because I would say that between Matt and John, we have really great partners to be dumb drunk bitches.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a good support team and you're going to behave like that.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the same way, but I'm one of those, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a couple drinks. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to take this mom-sized Tervis, fill it with vodka. We're going to get through the day. And that's what happens. And then next thing I know, somebody's like, I've got Fireball. And I'm like, well, fuck, this is over. And I look at John across the room. I'm like, babe, I love you. I'll totally, like, yeah, we'll do some stuff when we get home. I'm going to be shit-faced.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Actually, that is the best part about being shit-faced is you get home and just have, like, the wildest experiences. Honestly, I will say, being shithole drunk is the only way that, like, anyone, this is a blanket statement for everyone,
Right.
only way you can enjoy 69ing. Your 13-year-old's in the room, so this is wild.
So sorry.
This is wild.
But I would rather him find out this way.
Yeah.
So-
Don't try it unless
We
you're
do.
drunk.
No, don't try it at all. Actually,
no.
like you have to have a partner in drunkenness because I take that back because guys are totally like always down for that probably.
But still, it's like, you gotta be okay with your beehole in someone's nose. You know what I mean?
Absolutely
like,
true.
You gotta know that
There's
they
no
told
way.
me that I could say whatever I wanted, and they are
did.
like so like
No.
I didn't know she was gonna say that.
No, Oh, you're so fine. If I laugh out loud, I'm gonna end up clipping on my mic.
No, these are the things that like.
But this is real
This is
life.
us.
It
This
is,
us.
but
These
This
are
is
things
real
I
life.
think about. Like I've been married. I've been the same person for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the
I'm
thought
down.
of dating.
No.
I just like the
I
thought of
only-
getting naked in front of somebody else scares me to death.
Oh, yeah.
There's
I've
nothing
only-
scarier.
I've only
Unless you've
had
been
someone-
drinking, just
exactly.
hammer through
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I how people tender sober I will never know.
See, I'm fucking blessed. I've been with Matt for 4 years in February, and it's one of those things where, like, I just barely missed Tinder. Like, Tinder was just starting in Indianapolis, like, as we started dating, so I never had
And we have a
Tinder.
friend who's tendered hard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He sends me screenshots
I
of
know,
their
it's
conversations,
terrible.
and it's like,
Why?
I think I'm a good girl when I see those conversations.
It's
and, like,
not.
clearly I'm not.
It's nuts. I will be a bad girl for one person,
Yep.
and that is all you get.
Yep.
I do not give this goodness out freely. This is very special. If I love you, I will show it to you, and it is yours.
I mean, there's something great about. We've said this before. Is be able to get in the shower. And then somebody else and your wife,
Yeah.
husband comes in, and they're just taking a shit, and you're like, it bothers you, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I don't
I
shit in
can't.
shower.
No,
Not stomp
no,
waffle.
I
no,
don't.
waffle stomp. Quit saying it wrong. It's waffle stomp.
I like stomp waffle better. No, I'm with you. I don't do that. I will totally go in and have a conversation while he's in the bathroom, shower or
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but
no,
I
no.
do not do both. Or I will put my mouth through the door and have my nose. I'll be like,
oh,
babe.
yep.
But I do that all the time. But I don't. I am not an open shitter.
Well, we only have one bathroom, so like if I'm in the shower and like you got to take a dump, like sorry,
We've got to do this.
We both.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know. How
we have
to do this.
we have 3, and they all seem to want to go to 1.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
There is a
no.
preferred shitter in every
There's
house.
a worst decision ever designed was putting the bathroom at our house downstairs. Right.
Oh, yeah,
Here's the
it's
kitchen
literally-
table. There's the toilet.
Oh,
It's literally
no,
4 feet from the
no.
kitchen table.
We know
So no
somebody
one
else's
uses
house
that.
that's like that.
Well, we have
Yes, we
one
do.
downstairs here in my kitchen. There's a bathroom
Yeah,
in my
it's
kitchen.
exactly
Isn't
like
that
mine.
bizarre?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Mine's
does
in the
that?
hallway. It's not
They should just-
terrible.
Yeah, and it would basically you can't
actually
put
by
a
the
urinal in
front
there.
Maybe that's worse.
Yeah, it's because like, hey, where's your bathroom at? And I'm not a comfortable pooper anywhere. Like I've been over here a million times. And I've never
Yeah.
pooped in this house.
Oh, if
I'm
I
never
had to
shit in your
poop and
house
I was at
either.
Caitlin's, I'd be like, bitch, I have to poop.
yeah. I don't know if I have pooped at your house.
No,
but I'm
we
sure
open
that
door
I have.
pee all the
Oh,
time.
we open
though.
door pee.
Oh,
'cause
that's
we're
different.
We're
Oh,
basically
yeah.
shithole drunk.
Yeah, by that time,
My-
we'll be mid conversation, and she just walks into the bathroom, door still open. I hear her peeing. We're still talking about whatever crazy shit we're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, we do that all the time.
Hang on a second, I gotta flush. And then you flush, and then you're good. And like I usually like I'll pretend to like wash my hands, like turn on the faucet, and like, oh.
I'm so glad that I know that now because I do that when you're there because you're like, I feel like she washed her hands, so now I feel like I have to
no.
wash my hands. You don't wash your hands?
I like kind of like run them underwater, or like I'll just turn on the faucet and then walk out.
I feel like we just got so much closer.
Oh my God, it's a moment.
We're having moments here on Smugcast.
Speaking of moments, we need more shots.
Oh, well, I didn't.
Apparently we do.
I looked over there a second ago and I didn't think you were done.
I am. It
problem
happens.
with
It
having-
happens fast.
Well, I looked a while ago and it was still full, but it was,
And then Aaron is.
Oh, we have another question, don't we?
No, Aaron.
I'm a toucher. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
touched often.
I touch
Okay
you.
with
She is
Ooh,
just
look at
becoming a
this.
huggy person.
Oh, dude.
now.
I was
You're not
never a hugger, and I've been around Caitlin. Caitlin makes people better people. I'm just gonna do a little love thing for my girl Caitlin. I don't have female friends unless I grew up with you, and Caitlin is my first adult female friend that I'm like, I love her.
I like hugging and smelling
This
their hair.
whole.
Okay, you just took it. You
That's
just
a
took it to
little-
a whole nother
that-
level.
that's
That's
not
a
the
little
creepy.
different.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
the
yeah.
reason
BJ, you
is
just took it to a whole nother
the
level.
reason is they'll never ask you to be hugged again. So you just kill it right there. You just get it out of the way.
Oh.
If
Oh,
it's
so
somebody
you-
you don't want to hug.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're talking about the person that hugs you like, hey, yeah, I came to work today. Well, give me a hug. Like, why are we hugging about coming to work?
You're hugging because your wife hasn't touched you in days, and that's why you're hugging me. You want me to push my boobs up against you.
Yes.
I know that guy.
Yep.
I don't want to be that guy.
See, good for you. Good
And
that
the
you're
guy
aware.
at work who always does that is always greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Ugh,
always
what?
a greasy face.
Always smells like Five
No.
Guys.
Yeah.
It smells like fire.
Yep. No.
That's a real thing. You got to burn your clothes after you leave.
You know, the
Five
bad
Guys.
problem is I probably always
I
be
love
around
Five
that guy.
I do. I love it too, but you smell.
Oh, yeah.
It's like after eating White Castles. You just smell
Don't you
for-
hate on White Castle?
I love White Castles.
What? Do we have another question?
Yes. Speaking of White
I don't
Castles.
know if we answered the last one.
No.
Did you?
No.
I answered. I'm a dumb drunk bitch.
But I support it, and I'm gonna do it.
He's a I love you man drunk.
I love that.
The
I love
conspiracy theory episode, I don't remember.
Did you have a guest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's actually going to be back on next weekend.
It was actually
that. Oh, he's
somebody.
coming back?
Yeah, somebody
That's
I know.
good. You're
well,
fine. You're
he's an
fine.
attention whore. He'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Same.
Well, go ahead. You want to mark this edit point?
Nope, I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in so he
Oh
hears
no,
it.
I'll see him tomorrow and I'll say it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're friendly enough to
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
But
we were around each other. I guess.
So I had to cut out 30 minutes of that episode.
we had to come back the
It
next day.
happens.
I mean, we had to. 'Cause
It
I was
happens.
slurring. We had to come back the next day and do like something in the intro, then do an outro.
A
on
public
get it.
apology.
But so there's like 3 hours after the podcast that I lost
Yeah,
until the next day.
Oh,
When
I
BJ
think-
sends me video of me in the driveway, sitting in the back of my car,
Upside
upside
down.
down, smoking a cigar that TC had brought us.
And he kept saying, "Man,"
Oh my God.
he just kept looking at me like,
Yeah.
"Man,
That guy. That
I
thing.
love you, man.
I know what you mean.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love you. I mean,
I'm
like,
with you.
And I'm just like sober, going, "Yeah, it's awesome,
Yeah.
awesome."
When you're
I can't. When you're
it's
sober and you're
the
around drunk people,
worst.
fuck
Just
that.
a little topper. Just
I was
a
a.
little-
That's the
That's
thing.
perfect.
You can give me the rest if you want to.
I was a. I was a. Let's talk people into things drinker.
Okay. Okay.
Like I was like, "Hey, this is.
Okay.
Let's see how far we can take this."
Right.
And
Right.
I was. I won't leave until everything's gone. Drinker.
Oh, like you weren't fucking around when you said give me the rest of that. That's a full drink.
That's
okay.
okay. But
It's not that-
if you
it's not
if
really
you
that
actually
strong.
log on to the latest episode of Blonde on Brunette, you'll hear a story where I fell in love with the redheaded slut shot
Oh wow.
and ordered 6 of them or 7 of them and poured them. I poured them into a glass and drank them and almost died.
What?
Like who pours shots into
It
a
was
glass
a
and
tasty
drink
shot. Why would I
Okay.
if I don't want
Go
to
ahead,
fuck with
click on it.
anything else? And I didn't have to buy any more drinks for the rest of the
you
night.
know where it's
it? Damn
at?
straight.
Yeah. It's late. It's going to be late. This
That's
is
loud.
Hey,
Actually, you know what? You know what?
can you have 2 more different people? Can we just
No.
address this?
No, you can't.
We are so fucking opposite. It's crazy.
I don't think that's on here because you know what I planned on doing? I had so much extra.
We had a lot of
footage,
extra talk,
So I
yeah.
was going to do a story time episode with
Just
that
kidding.
footage.
You know what? Then look for that on
Look
our
for
story
that on
time.
YouTube. Subscribe to us.
Yeah, subscribe to us. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can find them on YouTube. Blonde
Yeah, you can
Brunette.
find them.
Yeah,
we tell
subscribe.
lots of great
We are
stories.
so close to 1,000 subscribers. Like
Come
so close.
on.
What is it at now?
890.
890.
We'll take
890.
it. We'll
Yeah,
take it.
good.
I feel.
It's
I have.
good.
I have a good feeling. I
And
have a
if
good
you got-
feeling. Would
What?
you
You have 1,000 followers on Instagram? Oh, you do.
get the fuck out
He's
of here?
fucking 13.
It's follow back. Is that what you do? Team follow back.
He knows a bunch of kids.
How many people do you follow? You only follow. Do you want to like just like switch accounts real quick? Holy shit!
On my Instagram, I feel okay. Then I'm not very excited about. I'm about to hit 4,000, and I was really excited about that on
Look
Instagram.
at you.
Holy
No,
shit.
I'm proud of you. 13-year-olds. No.
No,
Shit, I don't even have
I know. As a
1,000 on my
grown up
business page.
with one new
As a
adult
grown-up,
friend,
That's awesome. Yeah,
I
no,
have
that's awesome.
4,000 followers. Yeah.
Look, how do you have me that many followers? and
Oh,
we're down-
now your dad needs to know.
No,
know.
no. This is, I don't, and we haven't had as many downloads as we wanted to. If you know all these so-called people, why are you even promoting the show?
Why? Why are?
Because he's 13, he can't promote an explicit content show.
They're fine.
Wait,
you know
wait.
what they're doing on Snapchat these days?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, we do. That's a little show prep.
Luciano.
Lucky Lucci.
Do you do yours? Is your C and SH? Is it Luciano? Say your name.
That's his dad.
Luciano.
Luciano.
It's Luciano.
Luciano.
Lucci.
Luciano.
Okay, because I have my family, my grandma's from Italy, and so it's you always kind of get that weird Midwestern Italian, like what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Like that happens a lot in our
and that's
family.
why. That's funny. Is Luciano, and we call him Luke, and then Brian, and then I got named BJ. So everybody in my family, they give him a name and they just cut it fucking down. Like,
Right.
we
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
we don't want to say the whole word. It's too much trouble.
Yeah.
We're just gonna cut it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Like my mom's middle name is Lou after her dad Lewis, and they was
Right.
like they didn't. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to spell the rest
They
of it
just
out.
forget
They
it,
was like,
yeah.
"Ah, it's Lou.
Yeah.
Diana Lou. That is a classic.
Does she go by Lou?
I call her Lou. I call her Lulabelle.
Oh, that's
Louisville?
nice.
Yes.
I love that.
I had a.
Hey, Mom, I know you listen to the show. We're,
Hi, Grandma, Mama Lou.
I just
Can we
want to
call
let
her
you
Mama
know
Lou?
that we are not leading the F-bombs today.
Oh, sorry.
Caitlin is.
Remember, no, we got a text message. My mom sent me a message. She's like, "Hey, I like to meet AP." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, I just want to bug him." I was like, "Yeah, I'll make sure we come."
You
down.
haven't met his mother?
No.
And then,
Boy.
And then she says, "She's like, you guys need to cut down on the F word." I'm like, "Mom, fucking come on." She always calls me Brian. She's like, "Brian."
I had that happen. My stepsister was like, "Oh my God, I've just binge watched all the Blonde on Brunettes. You're so funny. I love them." And she was like, and I said, "That's great. Don't fucking tell my dad." I'm 35 years old and she's 20. And I was like, "Don't tell my dad." She was like, "But she's lived with my dad for the last 20 years." And I don't know if you guys have this, but I have a second family type situation where it was like my brother and I are in our 30s and then we have siblings that are in their early 20s. Okay.
Yeah, because me and my sister are 30. How old am I?
I'm not sure.
34 and 36.
You've been
Okay.
married- you've
But
been
we have a
married 8
brother
years,
that's
too.
that's in his early 20s.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm 35. My brother's 33, and we have sisters that are 23 and 20 and 20.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I feel like they got different parents than I had.
Oh, they did.
I mean, like my dad was fucking out of his mind crazy with us, like very strict, and this is how it's going to be, and this is what we're going to do. And I swear these motherfuckers get away with everything. And I was like, who the fuck is aren't you gonna slap? Are you gonna slap her in the face? Because you would have slapped me in the face. Why did you slap her in the face? Yeah, that happens a lot. She was like, "Oh, your dad would love this. He'd think it was hilarious." And I was like, "I swear to God,
Are we talking about
I will
the
never
same
buy
fucking
you
person?
alcohol again."
Yeah, you little bitch.
Yes, if you tell him. No.
Oh, and that's it is different now because we
yeah.
we were just talking about the other day, and someone's like, do you spank your kids? I was like, no. Like, did you ever know? I was like, my wife did, and the funny part is, before we had kids, she's like, I don't want to spank our kids. I'm like, yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you're going to be raising 2 boys, and my mom raised us most of the time on her own, but.
What's the age difference between you and your brother?
There's 2.5 years, but he was only a grade ahead of me due to some incident in 3rd grade.
Come on, Craig.
Craig, my
And
brother.
how old are you? What's the difference between you and your brother? I like how you flex every time I touch your arm.
Dude,
Get it, brother. Get it.
when we did the photo for our album art on iTunes,
Yeah.
we took it in my bedroom.
Yeah,
I
we
set my
did.
The
camera up,
selfie
set the
picture?
no. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where he's holding the camera. Yeah.
So when we got done with that, I had a backdrop set up, still had the lights and everything out, and so we
In
was
your
like,
bedroom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, I had.
Okay.
That's what he said.
It's not weird with 2 dudes in the camera in the
No,
room.
no. So we started taking pictures of him, and he's been
Oh, this
played
sounds even
football,
better now.
Has been working out, and so we made him take his shirt off and flex. And I took some pictures of him,
Yeah.
and then I never edited him, and he kept bugging me about him for about 2 months.
And the funny
But
part is he was real shy about it.
he was,
And so
he was.
So AP was like, "Oh, dude, no, fine." And then they had a party with all the kids came over. Remember when I let you drive the
Oh.
car and the other parent pulled up and they looked at you driving my car and they're like, "What's going on here?" Yeah, I thought it was funny.
But this dude's got a 6-pack. He's got pecs.
It makes
got
you. It
guns.
is. I know.
And then he was outside after that. He had done and then never had a shirt on after that. After we gave him
Yep.
the confidence, and
Yep.
I'm proud.
Yeah, he started walking around the house with no shirt on.
It
Hell yeah.
happens. That's
once
what,
it gets to that point, because I have a younger brother. He's 3 years younger than I am, and I have a younger brother. And there was a point where it's like all of a sudden, all he wore were basketball shorts and no shirt around
Yep.
the house.
Oh, yeah. I can
What
remember
are
those
you
days.
doing?
My son's doing that shit right now. The fucking joggers and the stocking cap and no shirt. And I was like, where did you get lost between the shirt and the hat? What happened?
Something isn't adding up.
We go to the damn Pacers game Friday night. He wears joggers, a sweatshirt, and this real nice coat.
That was my coat, by the
Was
way.
it your coat? And it's real nice. I was like, you realize that outfit doesn't really go,
It
right?
was a pea coat.
They don't care.
No.
Peacoat
They
with
don't
joggers?
care.
No,
Yeah, you did.
Yes. But that's something that they do right now. Like there's always an element of niceness. Like the motherfucker with the meat and the salt. Like that's what they do.
Yeah,
Like everything looks like they just come out of gym class and then they're like, I'm just gonna throw a little pimp on this.
He looked.
Lose their damn mind.
He actually looked like a celebrity. That's why we were ragging on him a little
Oh,
bit.
people are looking at you going,
Yeah.
he's somebody.
He's got a pea coat on, and then he's got this on, so he must be real
I support
confident.
it. I support it.
Yeah, and then it's funny. It's it's funny now that like some of my stuff they start to like clothes wise, and I'm just
That vintage throwback kind of thing that they think. Yeah.
yeah, because and I was like, dude, you know how expensive that coat was, and you're dragging it on the ground.
They like your stuff. They didn't pay for it.
That was from
exactly.
that was from Express, son. That wasn't one of those off-brand ones.
I got that at Structure in 1999.
Actually, it was 2000.
It was close.
I would never.
You guys remember Structure?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Then they went to Express. Now I can't wear any of their shirts.
No. It's all extra small
All of them
in
are
there.
slim fit.
And it
Yeah.
goes
I tried
in,
to buy one for my boyfriend. Like Jess and I are huge advocates of like Jess isn't gonna. She doesn't have to say it, but she'll agree to it. Fat bellies, fat dicks, baby.
It's
Like,
100%
that's what's up.
true. It's 100% true.
That's
You can't
what
have
we
one
like.
without the other.
Yep.
You need both. It's a
Yep.
package deal.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So, my baby got a big old fat belly. I love it. But, like, bitch, you can't wear Express shirts. They're slim cut.
They yell, "I don't fit you,"
Yeah, yeah.
and the
yeah.
button's gonna fly off, hit someone in the face. It's
But he
awful.
does. I noticed you're in a polo shirt. He loves wearing the polos.
Yep.
Yep.
The button down, but you have to find a because they try to do the slim fit button down too.
Yep.
And you watch one of our men put that on, and that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's not good. And
I,
it's even the arms, too. Like,
Oh,
all of a
no,
sudden-
it's-
And then
yes.
he does this, and it's...
And then
Yeah.
it's bad news. Our boyfriends. Okay. I'm gonna have to-
Aw.
I can't believe I just said that.
I love it.
Sure. Do it. Can we? I learned this from my good friend Bert Kreischer. You call it. Can we have secret time? Can we have secret time for a second?
Yeah.
Yes.
Secret time. Here's secret time. So just so your audience has a backstory, my John is the father of my children,
Okay.
also my ex-husband.
Ah.
But we've reconciled and all's good. So he's kind of like my boyfriend, my husband, my ex-husband, all those things.
One
So-
of my professors...
That's confusing.
Here's what you might be able to
It
call
is, but you know what? And
I
I,
wrote
would
it
just
down.
like to say that but you've been separated from your wife,
Yes.
so you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've been together since we were 16 years old.
Oh, shit.
18.
Right. We had to take a little hiatus, find ourselves, do some shit, make some bad decisions, come back together and go, nope, you're my person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And so, but I have never, like, you can talk about Trump and abortion and all those things, but you tell a motherfucker that you've reconciled with your ex-husband, they will judge the shit out of you.
Absolutely.
It's insane the things that people say. I have been in 2 bar fights to date because of it.
And here's the worst part about it is when I was like, yeah, me and Steph were able to work things out, and then they're
It's
like,
nuts.
and then they're like, oh, that's great. But I was like, wait a second, aren't you the same one that said that I should just take like go with the other girl instead of her?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yep.
then her friend that was, and then even never mind, I won't miss that part. The people that the people that made up some lies about you, and then
Yep.
all of a sudden your house supporting you, and I'm just
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and they wonder why I won't talk to him.
Yeah.
They're like,
There's
hey,
people that you just, like, you're just, like, you come back together and you're like, here's the thing. You're not going to be friends with him. I'm not going to be friends with her because we found out in the long run, these are not real friends.
Yeah.
And we have to make that break because
people want people to be miserable
They
because everybody's
love-
miserable.
misery loves company.
Yeah.
And people love shit like that. And that's crazy. Yeah. But you know what? And I'm not saying that it works for everybody because there's a lot of divorces that I know that needed to happen a lot fucking sooner than they
Oh,
did.
yeah. I believe
You
that.
know, and so
yeah.
but my journey's different, your journey's different, our journeys are different. I know I'm in the right place right now.
The key to successful marriage is to find a job where you work a lot.
You think so?
No.
You know why? Well, it's not for everybody. It's because the more I'm around people, the more eventually I'm going to say stupid shit.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
is
that's
true.
fair.
This
That's
is
fair.
true.
But then again, I let everything build up, and then it's like,
But see, I'm in the exact opposite boat right now. Like, I spend the most time with Caitlin and John and my kids, and that makes me realize that I want to be around Caitlin and John and my kids.
And like fuck
yeah.
everyone else.
Fuck everybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
that's actually like I am only going to surround myself with people that I like to make better and that make me better.
Yeah.
Like I'm not wasting my time on anybody anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like let's be honest.
Hey, fucking men.
I'm
bitch.
35. This is midlife. Like
Yeah, I mean,
as much as
somewhat,
I
yeah.
drink, this is
Oh.
midlife. It's midlife.
Shit, I guess I am at midlife.
as much ailments as I have, I know I at least got a good 10 years, maybe 15, maybe if I'm lucky.
I
you
feel so
might.
bad. I feel like we keep getting off topic. You had another question for us, and
no,
we
this,
Oh, no, you're fine.
this is
No,
what
okay.
we want.
This is what we want. The real,
Yeah.
the real shit.
The reason
Yeah.
we have a lot of questions is because sometimes we try to draw it out of people.
Oh,
We don't have to draw anything out of you.
We've had,
we
No,
are
baby.
open fucking book.
Like I forget that I could talk because I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I just want to sit here and listen, really.
Thanks.
I mean,
We
it's-
love
Let's
hearing
do another
ourselves.
question so we get off topic
Wait.
of.
Can I just say I have a perfect name for John?
You do?
He's your frosted side.
He's my frosted side.
No, the piece
Ooh.
of cereal, the shredded whatever.
Oh.
Like he's your like he's it. Like
He
he's your
is.
frosted.
Do you
He's my frosted
Do you have a
Frosty.
nickname for your dude?
Fat belly. By the way, said
That's-
that at a PTO meeting the
that-
other day,
No,
and
you
it
did
killed.
not.
Killed.
Yes,
Hell
That's
yeah.
more
I
like a
love
slogan
that.
than a nickname.
Yeah.
No,
that's
it
more of a
is, but it's true. That is also going to be our new T-shirt. So
Yeah,
don't
be prepared
even.
for that. So if you're
That's
into
awesome.
wearing a
Oh,
T-shirt
crap.
that says "Fat Bellies and Fat Dicks,"
Forgot to call our T-shirt guy.
Okay, here's the thing. I just want to say that I did listen to your guys'
Yep.
podcast with the gentleman from Normal, and I have opinions on that. Period, but. That guy, when he said in the interview, when he was like, I'm 65 years old, I was like, he sounded 30. He sounded so
Really?
young. His
We-
voice,
I
I would have
we were-
never.
And
We
then
were
the
actually
thi-
very glad that he actually said that. So
I couldn't
people would know
believe that he
this
was
wasn't
65.
some
Well, because I
kid
saw
or
him.
something.
Yeah, I saw him on your social media. And then when he was talking on the podcast, I was like, that's not the guy that I saw in the picture. And then he goes, I'm 65 years old. And I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
And then everybody, we had some people say, "Well, he's just an old hippie." And
No.
actually, I was like, "No, the dude had a regular job his whole life and retired.
And retired.
with benefits."
When you get to be open and go, you know what, this is what I do now.
Yeah.
And I listened to, I appreciated your podcast and I loved it. And I am in a situation where you guys spoke about CBD oil. My daughter has refractory epilepsy, which means it's not treatable with your Western pharmaceuticals.
Not much is.
Not much is, and they like for everybody to think it is, but it's not. But so my daughter takes CBD oil, and this is something that you guys didn't touch on, probably because you didn't know, you're not in this boat, but CBD oil is 100% legal to ship nationwide on a federal level. That's legal. So my
See,
daughter,
I did not know that.
a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't know that there is no psychedelic effects from CBD oil.
And
There is
see,
no THC in that.
It amazed me just by talking with my dad. Of course, my dad now, I think he's kind of on board.
Okay.
Right? It was here a couple of years ago when Indiana made hemp legal.
Sure.
When in the it had the farm bill, it was made legal, right? Well, I said something about we were driving down the road, saw some corn. I said, well, here Fort Logan, that's all going to be green. Well, he thought hemp and cannabis were the same thing,
No.
and I was like, oh,
that's unfortunate. That's
lot of
it's
people don't,
it's
though.
very it's so unfortunate that people that could use it for medicinal purposes are struggling or suffering because of uneducation.
Oh yeah,
Because lack of
absolutely.
education, because people don't know that hemp is not, and even with marijuana, I was so glad that you guys said that. Marijuana has nothing to do with cannabis. That's like a shitty name that it got a long
Yeah.
time ago. That's not anything to do with it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Marijuana is actually a wild tobacco. that
Yeah,
comes from
that's what I was gonna
Mexico.
say. It's not even the same plant.
No,
that's
no,
what's-
it's a
yeah, that's
tobacco.
what's- that's-
The actual marijuana name is a tobacco.
Yeah.
Cannabis is the real name.
But my daughter's taken CBD oil since October, and we've just everybody is different. She's one of those kids that every pharmaceutical that we ever had, she had the opposite effects. We gave her Valium, and it hyped her up. Like
What?
I know, it's crazy.
That's what some of the
It's some of the things, yeah.
I've taken every antidepressant off on the sun.
Yeah.
Or under the whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do the opposite.
Yeah.
Like they cause anxiety.
Yes.
It caused to the point where
Yes.
it caused a panic attack where I had to get an ambulance to take me to
Right.
the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's common with
Yeah.
some, and I'm not gonna say it's common, but it's more common than you'd think that those are the effects of it. So my daughter, no matter what, her emergency medication now, which we do have a pharmaceutical emergency medication in the event that she sees so long that we're fearful that it's gonna cause death, and it's Versed. And Versed is, like when you go have a tooth pulled or you have something where they want you in that twilight.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Yes, this is what I'm supposed to give her. It's a rectal form that I give. That's the safest way to give somebody who's actively seizing a medication is the rectal way.
Holy shit.
And so I have to give it to her that way. I have yet to give it to her. What's really blows my mind is that that's okay for me to administer someone who's not a nurse.
Yeah.
Someone who the doctor said, you should probably get CPR training before you give this to my daughter. So you're telling me to give her a medication that could save her life, could also fucking kill her in the same breath, and it's on me, her mother?
Holy shit.
But I can't give her cannabis? I can't give her cannabis?
It's like I said. It's like I said during that podcast. I gave the documentaries that I'm sure anybody who's a pro
Weed is
cannabis
a great
person,
one. Is a good place to start.
Yeah.
The one on the History
But
Channel is the one I
the-
watched, or Discovery Channel is the one I watched because the one she was a she was a doctor.
Yeah.
Her kid was having 20 a day, and then they showed how.
And that's the low end.
and they were extracting that. It wasn't. There was no THC. It was just
No, it's all
No,
CBD.
there's a
But-
very specific
Yeah.
formula for
The-
extracting the CBD, and that's one of millions of chains in the cannabis plant.
And he was doing it illegally for her.
You know
which
what?
is
And that's the other
ridiculous.
thing too is that my daughter takes CBD. It's 100% legal. We do not give her THC. There's still not a lot of evidence on how that affects a growing brain. Okay,
Yeah.
but if you'd seen my daughter sees the way she sees, where we've had upwards of 50, 75, 100 seizures in a day.
Son of a bitch.
Come at me and tell me I can't give my meet me outside.
Yeah.
I don't want to
about that?
How about that? Meet me outside
Yeah.
because I will give my daughter whatever I have.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't give a shit if it's illegal or
Yeah.
not. And you know what? And if that brings more exposure to this,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because didn't
Oh,
you
yeah.
say recently that you didn't want to go back to the doctor to do her
No,
her
I
3-month
don't.
checkup
No,
because they don't support you.
They don't support. They can't, and I get it.
Oh,
Legally
yeah.
in the state of
Legally,
Indiana,
yeah.
she says like I can't tell you. It's not FDA approved.
Yeah.
But can I just tell a
Look
short
at the
story?
bullshit that is FDA approved.
Yeah, FDA approved. I'm sorry, you were giving my daughter oxycodones like they were fucking sweet tarts
Oh,
for
yeah.
3 years.
Exactly.
They make them in gummies now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything's
my
chewable. Everything
God.
is just kid friendly now. But that's the thing is that they were giving us a medication that wasn't FDA approved for epilepsy. It was FDA approved for other neurological disorders. So we had to pay $600 and some a month for a medication because it wasn't FDA approved for epilepsy. You'll give that to me because, bitch, you're getting a cut.
Yeah,
you're
fuck
getting
yeah.
a kickback
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
But no, I would hate to give her something that I could grow in my own fucking backyard if I wanted to, that could save her life and
Yeah.
improve cognitive ability and memory and all these other things she suffers from having so many
It's money.
seizures.
It's all about money.
yeah,
It's
it has
money.
nothing to do with saving children's lives.
no.
It's all about money.
No, we're ass backwards now. We're actually working backwards instead of forwards.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Because we talked about it a little bit, is they're getting such a big kickback from pharmaceutical companies, and then like even when the Viagra thing came out, it was just like
Oh.
they would oh, you're gonna give me free. It's from the movie Sex, Love, and Other Drugs. Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yep.
sexy as ever.
Yep.
I ain't afraid to say that.
That sex scene,
That was intense.
hot.
Hi.
Very hot. I saw that. I was a senior in high school when I saw that.
Shut
Oh my
stop
God.
It. Stop it. Stop
Make
it.
you feel
I'm
old.
sorry.
I know, no
Sorry.
kidding.
But it was a great romantic movie. Stayed with her at the end because
It
most
was.
dudes would have bailed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Whatever.
I'm not a movie guy.
But
Not
so
a movie guy.
basically-
I'm
Documentary
documentary
guy. Yep.
What I watched 3 documentaries last night.
I did watch a movie last night that was pretty good.
I have a recommendation for documentaries. I'm sorry, my family watched last night. If you haven't seen Gleason, which is the story of
Bitch,
Steve Gleason.
do not even say that. I watched that last weekend and cried for a fucking
You'll
hour
die.
and a
You'll
half.
die. You'll die.
I couldn't stop
Steve
crying.
Gleason is the gentleman. Is the
Luke,
football?
look
Go
that
ahead and
up.
pull up Steve Gleason. Steve Gleason. Everybody's going. I know that name. You know that name because he's the one in the opening game back in St. Louis. He's the one that blocked the kickoff. And they ran it back for a touchdown, and they called it the rebirth of St. Louis.
Yep.
This was after the floods, after you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, he retired, I'm going to say in 2007. So he played NFL football from 2001 to 2007, retired, and I think 2 years after that was diagnosed with ALS. 6 weeks after that finds out that his wife is pregnant with their first child.
Oh shit.
So he does a video diary knowing that he's eventually going to lose all motor skills and even his voice. He has a voice. He voice banks his own voice so that his child will know what his voice sounds like. And this follows him through all of this, and it's just it's insane.
I think I have saw the like a preview.
You
to
probably
this.
have
Yeah.
seen a preview for this. This is huge, and it's
Yeah, I've
it's-
actually heard of him. Yeah.
he's what breaks your heart is that he is an amazing fucking person.
Yeah.
Like when you meet him up front, you're like, God, this is what I want to be. And his wife, they are so fucking in love.
Oh my
Like, how does this
God.
happen to these
Yeah,
people?
I have. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I do know what you're
It
talking about. 'cause
does.
I remember that. I remember
It's rough. I mean, it's not just the ALS is an insanely
You know when
debilitating disease.
When you cry so hard that the tears pool in your clavicle
yeah,
right here.
yeah, like
that
you're
was
just
me.
that's
I
what
could-
happened.
5 minutes. Matt told me, he's like, "This is supposed to be really inspiring," which it is a super inspiring.
It
movie.
is inspiring.
And 5 minutes in, I looked at him and said, "Look, babe, please don't look at me the rest of this movie because I'm gonna lose my.
You're gonna
shit
lose
the whole
it.
Time.
Yeah, I
When
watched
did,
it
when
with
did
my
he
kids.
retire?
07?
07?
I believe it's 07 because I think the documentary starts like 09.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he they travel, they do all this awesome shit, and he's just it's not even just about ALS. It's the strain of a marriage.
Yeah.
It's the relationship between a entirely too religious father and then him building his relationship
2008.
with his son.
2008.
That scene
2008,
in the
sorry.
church, the scene where he went to the church,
Where he basically was like, you know what? I'm going to show all you motherfuckers up. Yeah,
Exactly.
it was nuts.
Oh my
Yeah, so if you
God.
guys get a chance, watch Gleason. It's very good.
so good.
I'll have to watch it.
Sorry, we're kind of left field theater here.
Oh,
You're going to
no,
get all
hell
kinds
no.
of shit from
It's
us.
all like
No,
this.
it ties
Every
in,
episode.
it ties into what you were just saying.
Yeah.
This is somebody that's actually an inspiration, but he's not promoted as much as he should be. But we promote like fucking awful people. Like every time we
The
turn on TV,
Kardashians.
Like
Oh, I was
the
getting ready to
president.
say that.
I
Shit.
was going to, but I've said it
You beat me
enough.
to it.
Like I just
It does. It's not even worth
You know
talking about
what?
him
No.
anymore.
You know what? I will say about Kim Kardashian, she just posted a photo on Twitter today and said statistics, and it was all the statistics of how many outsider terrorists kill people, how many white Americans kill people. Like it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
she was like showing like, you know, because of the Muslim ban that actually just got overturned by the ACLU last night.
Mm-hmm.
She was basically like, "Fuck you, you're worried about the wrong things," and I
Right.
was like, you know, for all of their faults and all of the shit that's like you're famous for nothing, she used her platform for something really positive.
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
awesome.
like,
But-
okay, bitch, like yes.
But no one's going to take her seriously. That's the problem.
It's unfortunate. You're right. You know what? Brad Pitt could take the same statistics and post them, and it would be all over the news.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But what's unfortunate is that nobody is going to take
Well,
her seriously.
because but she's done it to herself though. I mean,
She's
with all
beautiful.
this
I don't care. She's still beautiful.
Oh no, I'm not saying she's
None, none of us
still
didn't say
beautiful.
that.
We didn't say that.
I follow
Brad
her on
Pitt.
We've seen
Brad
the
Pitt,
videos.
also beautiful.
I follow her on Snapchat, and she said yesterday I work out every single day for over an hour.
Nope.
Like it kind of made me sad,
You have
but
nothing else
kind of
to-
inspired
You have
me.
nothing else to do.
She has kids.
She has 3 nannies. Mm-hmm. Like
If I could afford a nanny, I would
Now
nanny
that's
the
a,
fuck
now that's
out
a
of my
sexy
kids.
man right there.
this, it
He's
is.
good. I like him with long hair. Brad
I
Pitt
go
with
long hair. Have you seen Brad Pitt post Angelina? He's looking good. He's
Is
looking
he
real
really?
good. He got the mustache.
See,
I like mustache.
he can
I
pull
like
that hair
mustache Brad.
off. He,
Yeah.
he can pull that hair off.
You can't pull.
I'd
that
be
hair
hard
off.
pressed
Yeah.
to find a Brad I don't like.
You're right.
Maybe that one. He kind of looks like.
That's a little.
You know
weird.
what? I bet he's got a little bit of a belly there. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it.
He's gained a little weight.
Gain a little weight, a little thick through the neck. I'll take
Can
it.
we just read 2 witches accused of meddling in Brad Pitt's life?
Absolutely.
Click away, Luke.
Could you imagine?
Success.
Could you? What would if there was this trash news doing a headline of your life? Like, what would it read?
Caitlin Kopetsky accuses 2 drunk witches of meddling in her life. That's probably what it would be.
What?
I
is
just,
it-
it's nuts.
does
It's
it even
just
say
crazy.
You have to go through this whole fucking survey.
Isn't
now.
it terrible?
It's
Bullshit.
whatever.
Yeah, it's not even worth the news
Fuck
anymore.
that.
I'll make up my own news.
I think
Let's do another question. I like questions.
You like questions?
Yeah,
All right,
that
all right.
question only took us a good 30 minutes to get through.
But it was awesome though.
Okay.
What is this is actually kind of funny because we're looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
What is your guilty pleasure that no one may know?
Oh my God.
I know mine.
Adele.
I'll get you started. All right. My guilty pleasure was. There you go.
Say
I
it
used to watch The Real Housewives
Okay.
I'm New
Which
York.
one? New York. Always New
with
York.
the Countess. I love the Countess. She was
She's
like.
got married.
I know.
I read that in the grocery
I,
store the other
I
day.
remember. I remember when she's like, "I'm sorry, you have to call me by Countess." I'm like, "This is
Bitch,
United
I would
States."
too.
I mean, but could you imagine if you could tell somebody like, "I'm sorry, no, I'm the Duke. I go by the Duke."
I'm obsessed with that.
I would
Yeah.
do that.
Like if you
How do I
had
get
the
to be a
confidence
countess?
and like the money to be able to say, "Bitch, call me countess."
I just want to sign
I
my
would
checks,
do-
Countess.
Yes, I would do it. I'm countess with a K though.
Oh yes,
Not
yes,
hot.
you have
That's kind
to.
of corny, but
Have
whatever.
to. No, do it. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Okay, my guilty pleasure. Jess knows this. I don't know. What do you think I'm gonna say? Because it's not what you think.
She's giggling. I'm enjoying
What
this.
do you think it's gonna be?
I thought it was gonna be Revenge Body.
That I love watching Revenge
Khloe
Body.
Kardashian.
Khloe
Okay.
Kardashian.
See, I know all these things.
What? I don't. What is this?
Yeah.
What is revenge
It's on
body?
It's how she got
It's
so
on E!
hot. Basically,
Yeah,
she
she has
goes
a
and
revenge
finds
Because everybody
like.
got making fun of her for being the fat one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fat dick, fat belly's not pretty on a girl.
No, it's not, baby.
Dicks aren't pretty on a girl.
Well, you never know.
I like her. I
No,
feel
I do
like
like
she's
her a
always
lot.
been my favorite.
Look up Khloe Kardashian complex. Her complex shoot fire.
Yeah, it was.
I saw that.
My guilty pleasure. I don't want to get married. That is not.
Chloe.
I don't want to get married. I never really wanted to get married, like growing up. I probably will marry Matt eventually, but I really like watching like Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh,
and, like,
that's
wedding
cute.
shows.
I
I'm
like that.
Ah, girl, do not go with the Panina Tournay. No, that is not a good look for you. Like, bitch, I don't know. But
You've watched so many of them that you know.
yeah. So that's my guilty pleasure. Look
Yeah.
at that shoot. Look at her.
She was crazy. That was
Oh.
beautiful.
That doesn't even look like her.
But it is because
Mm-hmm.
look at if you go down to the right, up that picture that she
Mm-hmm.
posted on Instagram. The one on the left is unretouched. That's from the camera, and
It's
the one on the
it's
right
virtually
is
the
retouched.
same.
Yeah. She looks hot. She's
Yeah.
looking banging.
There's a little bit of difference.
A little. No, I agree. There's difference, but not as much as you've seen elsewhere.
No,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be upset.
My new guilty pleasure right now is a girl
her face,
named.
that doesn't even look like her in the face right there.
Are you looking at her face?
I can't get
relate.
past that ass, but
Okay, that has been touched and retouched. And
Oh, I
touched
know.
I
some
mean, that's
more.
been like
hey,
that's ass
but,
shots.
hey, I don't mind that one there. To be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I ain't got
You
nothing
always
for
go
her.
bigger.
What's
No?
what's your guilty pleasure?
Her name's Laura Miller, and she hosts a Taste Made is an app on my Apple TV. And Laura Miller is kind of like this beautiful hippie girl that I love, and she hosts a show called Raw Vegan Not Gross. It's the name of the show.
Okay.
And they also do drinks, which I have a little inspiration from. Okay, you might have to do
Put an A there.
vegan. Yeah, Laura Miller vegan. Yeah, there she is. So she's I've watched so much of this. Like I think she's adorable.
She's so cute. Look
And
Yeah,
at
she's
she
her.
is.
hilarious.
Look at her with her little cantaloupe in her bra.
And that's what she does. Like she takes, like she called them fruities, where she takes fruit and makes them her boobies.
Yeah, I saw that on your page. I saw
Love
that on your page.
that.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her. And but this is like guilty pleasure sense. So I was sick on Friday and I watched every episode on Friday.
How many episodes are there?
I don't know. I fell asleep for a little bit between some. But they're really short. Like some of them are like 5 minutes and some of them
Okay.
they're just all over.
Is this all online? I take it.
This is on, it's an app called Taste Made and it's
Oh.
on Apple TV. That's where
okay.
I found it. But yeah, you can watch her on YouTube for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love her. I feel like she is like, she's kind of, I just love her. She's herself. She's great.
Because that's hard being yourself these days. Because you feel like you have to have a certain
Judged. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest reasons I don't so that we get the view, I turn on our YouTube channel and I let it run and I'll kind of listen to it because I was on a podcast for 5 years before I started doing this with Caitlin. And I just never have because I don't want to judge me. Because if people like it, then I don't want to fuck with what people like. And I feel like people do like us and they like Caitlin and I's dynamic. So I let it run so we get the view, but I don't necessarily watch it.
You guys. Now I remember. I think it was your second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys really didn't even know each other
No.
before you. How did that happen?
In the realm of being friends, like we said, we really, really met like a year ago right now. Is that possible?
Well, because, we did one podcast at Jeff's on the east side
Yeah.
in, I want to say October. And that was,
That was before the puppy shower?
Yeah. And then it was the puppy shower. And I remember Matt and I were sitting at the bar and you were behind the counter.
I was shit-faced.
What's,
We were too.
What's a puppy shower?
He got a puppy.
Our friend Jeff got a puppy, and so instead of a baby shower, he had a puppy shower. It was mostly a reason for us to just get drunk together and play with the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if
And we
anybody
bought the
gets
puppy
a puppy
gifts.
Jess and I both bought the puppy Easter outfits.
Not to mention the same the same, like we bought the same dress one time. Like we didn't even know each other then. We bought the baby, baby Nora. Her name is Nora Jones.
Awesome.
And we bought her the same thing, and we also bought her like a christening dress.
Yes.
Yeah, for her christening.
Dress was badass.
So yeah, that's where it all happened. But you have a puppy shower, like you have a baby shower.
Yeah,
it's a lot more fun.
So we met. Kind of, that was when we kind of like had a moment that night. We danced a lot to Beyonce because that was like right when Formation came out, and I was like, Alexa, play Formation.
Yeah.
And
Jeff had got Alexa for Christmas.
Like we're dropping it like it was hot in the kitchen. I'm like,
seriously,
fuck,
I thought that I had done 1,000 squats the night before.
Yeah.
Like
shit.
I almost died the next morning.
Yeah, it was so bad. So then we probably didn't see each other again until the
it was a
podcast
long
at
time.
Jeff's in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, that's right. We did a podcast with. So my backstory is I told it's secret time, guys. Secret time. So I divorced. My husband and I got divorced, and I dated Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom show, and was engaged to him and lived with him for X amount of time.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, truth bombs.
I actually did because I listened to the
listened.
podcast where you had
Dr. Will on, and we broke up.
And then I was
What the
fuck?
fuck?
I was traveling with
It was
the
rough.
company, and I was listening to it, and I'm by myself. My family's at home, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is a podcast. I'm supposed to laugh. Damn you.
Yeah, so
Dr. Will, right?
Dr. Will
Yep.
Miller is a good friend of ours, and Chick and I broke up, but we realized that we worked well together, and he's one of my best friends in the world, and we did the podcast together for the last 5 years, and it was just, and I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, I told him and our other friends, Jason and Jeff, who are on the podcast with us, that it was time for me to go. Mm-hmm. But I'm like that. I'm a cyclical person, and I know that I was falling in love with Caitlin and what we were doing, and that was my next go.
Yeah.
I'm a creative person, and I love to work on something new and something different, and the Chick McGee Show podcast just wasn't for me anymore. And so I left, and all on good terms. Nobody's upset, and they're still doing the podcast, and it's great, and it's wonderful through Podcast One. Go download it. And I'm going to concentrate on John and Max and Addie, my family, and what Caitlin and I are doing, because I believe that it's not only do I love it, but I think that other people love it, and it's going to turn into something great.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why
absolutely.
we want to have you guys on, because we try to give a platform. We're just starting out. Other people are just starting out. Mm-hmm. And then that's why I was like, plus you guys are fucking hilarious. And I've been a fan of hers for years.
Oh, thanks.
And it's weird for her to sit here next
I know. No, I didn't want to hear
Yes,
it.
it
I
was
didn't want to
weird.
heir it. I opened the fucking door a while ago and went, son of a bitch.
And
there she is.
I didn't want to come.
I love
You
that.
guys are making me all sweaty.
I know, right?
So
I
I
think
heard
we're
her-
mostly sweaty from the Scooby
I heard
snack,
her
honestly.
voice down. Yeah, I heard her voice downstairs.
Yeah.
And I was up here with my boy. And I was like, all right. I'll go down.
You guys, stop it.
Well, it's weird.
Yeah,
It is.
because
It
you
is
couldn't listen
weird.
for so
Because
long.
it was just
I mean,
like when we had Concept on, I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah. And it was
And
so.
I'm like,
he fucking texted him, and then he called his phone, and I was like, holy shit, dude, Concept's on your fucking phone.
and he's
right
still on
now.
my phone, and I texted him the
crazy.
other day, and he texted me back, and he's like, yo, G, what's up? And I'm like, oh my God!
Yeah,
That's
it is.
so
It's weird.
cool.
I don't talk like that, but yay!
Yeah, I
Yay,
know.
G.
That's how I feel about Bert
Yeah.
Kreischer.
I love Bert.
I was like
Oh.
that with Bert Kreischer, and I still am. Like, he was like, I need beet kvass, and I was like, motherfucker, I'll ship you some beet kvass. Yeah, like I was like, I'm your buddy. Yeah, so no, I'm so flattered that you guys have said that, and that you guys love what we're doing
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube. So I'm grateful, and thank you.
I will say this because I have Apple TV too, so
Okay.
I got YouTube in the
Sure.
bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of how my 5-year-old is obsessed with Blonde On Brunette now.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it.
So, but anyways, we were sitting there watching it, and my wife had came up,
Uh-huh.
and she doesn't really have a lot to do with the podcast. She doesn't listen to it. I think
Like
she
our
kinda-
boyfriends.
I think she kind of thinks it's dumb, but
Yeah.
anyway, we
No,
have a good time.
we understand.
So, but anyways, we got to the Bean Boozled episode.
Oh my.
And
I'm telling you.
we fucking laughed our asses off. I'm sorry, Caitlin.
It was bad.
I got literally out of like, okay, let's say 10 horrible fucking jelly beans. I got like 8 of them.
She did. She got all of them.
How?
And if you have children that are basically under the age of 10, you've seen these fucking horrible videos.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what happened. My daughter is 11. She's watching these Bean Boozled videos, and I'm like, Caitlin, we got to do this shit. These motherfuckers have 1 million hits.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, what? How does this happen?
my
So we got to do this Bean Boozled stuff.
We just did it at work to our boss.
How'd that go?
Did you really?
Well,
did he get skunk?
all right.
Did he get the skunk one?
It'll change your life.
He got it pretty bad, but I didn't know what was going on. I was real stressed. They gave me like 5 jelly beans. I'm fat. I threw all 5 in my mouth.
Mixed them all?
I just kept walking. I had no reaction because I was that stressed. I just kept walking back and forth, and the guys are going. It was Asian Sensation, who's a guest on the show, one of our buddies. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What's the big deal? They're jelly beans." He's like, "No, those are the ones that are bad for you. Like they."
Oh
like
shit.
shit.
You threw all the bad ones in your mouth?
Yeah, but I was that stressed, that focused. I didn't
Oh,
You
even
didn't
notice.
even whatever.
didn't even
Yeah.
notice.
And my boss is over there going.
She lost her fucking mind.
They were bad.
The skunk.
The
I thought he was
skunk
gonna fire
one,
us.
And there's a vomit flavor.
You got vomit, and I was so happy.
Vomit. I did get vomit. But you know that smell, like when
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
vomit at school and they put
Oh,
the
and they put
sawdust
that-
on it?
Yes. Oh.
That's what it tastes like in your mouth.
It
Oh,
was well, and
shit.
plus I hadn't watched. Like I knew of Bean Boozled,
But not having
like,
kids, you didn't know what I was talking about, like how disgusting it was.
God, and then like I didn't know what the flavors were gonna taste like. So
Yeah.
like we eat one, it's like it tastes like grass.
It was
whatever.
toothpaste, and
Then we got
toothpaste was
toothpaste,
one.
I was like, this is easy.
Yeah, then
no
for a while,
big
like it was like
thing.
you're. See, that's what I couldn't understand because like,
Holy
wasn't one of them
shit.
supposed to be, a bad, and then you both kept getting
Yeah,
the
it was,
same
yeah,
one.
toothpaste. We got
Rotten
the same ones.
egg.
We both got toothpaste. We both got grass. We got grass
Yeah,
clippings.
which,
We were like,
whatever.
this is no big deal. Like, yeah, they taste like toothpaste and grass clippings, but like, I'll take toothpaste over skunk any.
And
day.
it was literally, I don't know if you've ever been
She
around
smelled
anything that's
my
ever
breath.
skunk. It was like,
Oh, I hit one
yeah.
one time in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, think of that smell, but like
Oh, yeah.
in your
Oh.
fucking mouth.
And you can't get rid of it. We couldn't get rid of it.
I think that's what BMW got was the skunk one. I think something like that.
Oh, that's
it's
gross.
terrible.
BMW is his boss, by the way.
That's what you call him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because him and his wife have a matching BMW.
they're not matching. They're just
Oh,
both
that's
BMW.
right. That's
That's
right.
cute.
BMWs are very misleading.
What do
You
mean?
had one.
I did. I just traded my my lease was up.
Okay,
I
I
got
just
rid
heard
of
the
one.
story from Jeff that you had to put like a screwdriver in your gas tank to get the gas in.
Yeah, so something happens apparently when you let your gas tank get too low, which I like to drive until I have about 5 miles. I like to know accurate
Hey, I
gas
like to
mileage.
I like to push it myself.
Exactly. So that's the thing. I'm sorry. This is a BMW. This is supposed to be a luxury car, and I got to stick a fucking flathead in there to get the gas tank? Nope.
What?
Nope. I'll take my Ford Transit. Fuck you and your BMW.
You could totally run a cupcake business out of the back of your truck.
Oh, I know. That's how I feel like. I feel like I should totally be delivering cupcakes or
We were in
auto
it together
parts.
the other day, and I was like, I feel like I'm in a spaceship. Like
It
you can
is.
see everything.
Do you remember going? You guys wouldn't, but there's probably a mall in. Is there a mall in Bedford?
No, he's
No.
from
You ever
there.
in Bedford? Was
I
there a
am.
mall in Seymour?
There was a mall. Yeah, there's an outlet mall, and there's an indoor mall like 15 minutes
Okay,
away.
but do you remember when we go to malls? Caitlin, you do not remember this, and you definitely don't fucking remember this. But there would be like this, like simulation van where you could get in it and it would like move and it would like show something, but it looked like a van on the outside and you would climb in. Is this just at Washington Square?
I don't.
No, I
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't
They
think
used to
I've-
have one at downtown too at Union Station. That's what my van looks like. It's so big, it looks like a simulation van. It looks like nothing is real because everything is so open and it's so like
There's,
I'm
like,
seriously.
no blind spots.
I'm
The
going
whole
to
thing is a
Colorado.
window.
Really?
John and I are going to Colorado. We're gonna get fucking stoned out of our minds for like a whole week
And just live in it.
Oh,
live in
yeah.
our van.
Not
Hell
shower.
yeah.
Not
man.
shower,
I
just
support it.
bang like rabbits.
Support that.
That's what we're gonna do.
That sounds like a good time.
I know,
that almost
right?
brought me to tears.
Hey, there
I
ain't nothing
know.
better. Hey, there ain't nothing better. Than fucking
Hey, you know
when
what?
you're
When you've
high.
been with someone for 20 years, you didn't get a honeymoon. This is what you do. It's what you do.
I'm not mad at you.
Oh. So
What are you
I'm
looking-
going to tell a little secret because I was thinking about other secret time. There's something that Caitlin and I do before every... I think I do it. Do you do it now too? Before every episode? And we realize if we don't do it,
Yeah.
like shit goes wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm not super superstitious. Super superstitious? I'm not uber superstitious. No, I'm trying to not be. I'm trying to not be. I'm trying to not be. Like, I like good energy, but I don't like
Yeah.
being superstitious. But we'll start an episode, and if it goes to shit like 4 or 5 times, I'll go, Caitlin will go, did you do it? And I was like, I didn't do it. So what we do is put your hands together. And you rub them. You rub them. But this is also what I learned in Reiki. Have you guys ever practiced Reiki or had Reiki practiced on you?
No.
I was looking at reminds me of Karate Kid here.
It is a little bit like
Yeah.
Karate Kid. So what you're taking is you're going to take, you don't have to clap, but I clap. This is what I do. I clap at everything. I get excited, clap. So it might be a white girl thing. I don't know. So I do this, but when you do this, you're taking that energy. You're taking the energy from around you, and you're like consolidating it right here in your hand. So all the goodness and the magic happens right here. So we have to do this before every.
I don't think
YouTube
I do
thing.
it, but I will say
She'll notice if I don't do it.
If she doesn't do it, it's like back up.
Yeah, check it.
We got
Did
it.
you do
We
it?
got it.
Did you do it? And I just do this before every episode. Do you guys have a thing you do that you don't realize?
I don't know.
I bet you do, but you don't realize it yet.
I realized it after editing.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
wasn't
that's
even.
true.
It wasn't even like in the moment. It was like I was editing, and I'm like, "What is she doing?
What is she
And then I
doing?
brought it up, and
Yeah.
then now, no, we gotta.
No.
We gotta.
So-
I don't
rub
know.
it
So
I do. I'm very superstitious. I just don't talk about it because
okay.
I'm.
we're bringing it out. Bring out secret time. Go.
So every time I leave to come over here, I always stop at the gas station and get the same exact thing that I've gotten since we first started.
Oh,
What is it? Tell us.
I always get a Monster.
Get a monster.
I always get a pack of cigarettes,
Pick your cigarettes.
and then
Even if you don't need the cigarettes.
even if I don't need them, like
Oh,
I
okay.
have another. I don't. I just bought it. There's 2 of them in there. I don't even need it.
Okay.
I'll
I've
eventually
had
get
just
to
enough
it.
to drink. I haven't smoked in a very long time.
No, I won't get you on that train.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then I always get a pack of gum.
What kind of gum do you
don't-
drink? What kind?
Big
gum-
Red.
What kind of gum do you drink? Hi, Scooby Snacks.
I always get Big Red.
Ooh, I
gum.
like Big
Do
Red.
you really?
Yep. Well,
I
there's-
prefer
The
cinnamon.
same way when I used to play ball, I'd always use the same thing when I got up there before I played. Same thing before I took the field. When I shoot free throws, it was the same exact routine.
Did you play all the sports?
I tried to.
I'm not good at sports, but I feel like you said a lot of different things that weren't the same.
So when you used to shoot a free throw in basketball, you
That's
keep the
basketball.
same.
Well,
you keep the same routine.
When I did
I
when
know
shot
free throw and
throws.
basketball, and you also, I know you're a baseball player.
yeah, and so when I used to go up there before I hit, I'd always grab dirt, rub it on my hand, and then I have a tattoo right here, and I'd always rub the tattoo.
Ooh, what tattoos do you have? This is fun.
I have one on my arm, and then I have one
His
on
are,
my
his, are,
chest.
his are outstanding tattoos.
Let me see him. Let me
Really?
see him. Oh, they're not outstanding?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you put yours. I got one when I was 8. My brother was 19. He was going to get a tattoo, and he's like, "Hey, I'll pay for yours." Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a senior
Free
in high
tattoos,
school. I'm
hi.
just turned 18. Mom says I can get one because she's like, "I'm not paying for it." And I'm
I
like,
still, can we see it?
"Yeah." So
I'll show mine, you show yours.
And then I have one here, which is this is the 18.
Okay, what's this?
That is my initials. This is an
Yeah, that's-
18-year-old kid. That
No, it
has
doesn't.
No
It says
idea.
I love chicken.
It's,
That's not bad either. I love chicken. I fucking love chicken wings.
I love Bacok. And the other one is it's right here.
Okay.
Are those your initials?
South America Rules.
Shut up. What is it really?
It's actually my wife's initials.
It's your wife initials. I just remember
I got
Stephanie.
it.
Yeah.
I got it when I was 19. So think about it. Early, you got
That's,
them. Yeah.
that's ballsy.
Well, I'm also part of Spanx, so I just say South America Rules if we went downhill.
It's a separate meeting.
And you only
have
have
a
one
tattoo.
tattoo? Let me
No,
see your
I
tattoo.
have,
finger.
Yeah, I have my wedding date. Actually, that just says 828.
And you
828.
still don't even know how many years you're married, and you have it tattooed on your body.
Yeah, I also have it on
8
my
years.
side.
8 years.
And then I have one on my upper back. And I see I have that one.
Let me see what that on your arm is.
That.
Okay. Wow.
I got that after my mom died.
Okay.
I got that after that.
Okay.
But the one that's on my back looks like the Pringles guy, but it's a tribal.
Shut up. Let me see it. I'm sorry.
Take
You're
it
going to have to
off,
show us
baby.
now.
Take
You're
it
going to have to
off.
show us.
Hey,
I'm going to need to
it
see
off.
this. Take it off. It does look like the okay,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I can see
I
it.
have.
So you can see the
I-
age difference in us because I have cliche tattoos at that time.
That was big. I'm
And then-
so lucky that I don't have a butt hat.
My wife does.
Oh, my
See?
wife
But
did.
that's
And it-
big.
What?
Yeah.
A butt hat.
Butt hat.
It's basically a target.
This
Tramp stamp.
Oh.
It might as well be a target.
I wanted to get a longhorn.
It is a
I wanted to get
target.
a longhorn across the top of my ass, and I'm so glad that I
Jessica.
didn't. I know. I have. Is it on this side? Is there a tattoo there? No. Okay, then it's on this side. I have this one. It's just
Oh
a
yeah.
bird.
Yep.
Yes.
And then I have. I have a
I
really.
saw
You
that.
got
I
it.
saw
You got
that
it. Yeah, I
one.
saw that one.
this
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Because
Okay,
it's in the
this one goes-
episode.
Well, yeah, it's in
Yeah,
one of
this
the,
one goes up to here, so it's a 3/4 sleeve.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
like
all the
that
way
one.
down.
That's- I really like
Thank
that
you
one.
very much.
It's in one.
That's Masterworks in downtown Indianapolis. If
What
you're
is?
interested, that tattoo. That's all. The
Oh,
same
yeah,
guy's
yeah.
done all that work. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's on our
Yeah, it's
headshots
on-
actually.
it's on that one.
Yeah,
You can
that's where I
kinda
saw
see
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh, that guy's a badass.
Yeah.
He's John Malkovich. Fucking scary.
Yeah.
Can you see how serious?
We were hammered.
Oh my god,
so
we were
drunk.
shit faced before this started, and so what we usually do is we send John for food. And
Oh my god! The next time I come over, can he make some pickle dip again? I
Yes.
haven't had pickle dip since
You
October.
guys know about pickle dip? Yes.
Oh yeah.
cream cheese and pickles, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is, and it's delicious. We made
You look so fucked up right there.
I'm fucked up a couple ways probably. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have my Garth t-shirt on.
Yeah, the Aerosmith. Yeah.
That's my Garth t-shirt.
That's awesome.
Which my family is dressing up as the Wayne's World people when they're doing the 25th wedding anniversary. What the fuck's wrong with me? They're doing a 25th anniversary of the release of Wayne's World.
And you're all dressing up.
And all four of us are dressing up and going to see it at the theater.
Great movie.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
That
movie.
is
yeah, for
parenting
sure.
done right.
Yeah, my
if I were
family.
to have kids, yes, I would like make them dress up like that.
But Addie doesn't know which Cassandra she wants to be.
Oh no.
Yeah,
the
because
dilemma.
she has a couple of different outfit changes. Yeah, in that one. So, yeah.
Well, one thing I did want to ask you guys about this is, like, we talked a little bit before the show because you guys have Twitter and Facebook and everything like that, and obviously you get feedback and stuff like that. How, like, we've gotten some feedback from people, and I'm just like, I don't want to take it personally, but I do. I'm like, well, fuck you. What are you doing?
What are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
I wanted to make a T-shirt that says "It's cool. I don't listen to your podcast either." Because I'm so fucking. People are like, "Well, I don't listen." And I was like, "Cool. I don't listen to yours either." Oh, that's right. You don't fucking have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Things like that. And I know that's
Exactly.
shitty and very passive aggressive.
No.
But if you know me,
And this is one of the we were having this dilemma is we talked about it.
We look cute today, by
third-
the way, with our
I
normal
know.
shirts on.
Well, I went. I wore.
I need to get a normal T-shirt.
I wore a matching hoodie the other day, so I figured I'd just go matching every day
Just
with
do it.
somebody. So we were struggling with, like, we were trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't say this. Try to get away from this. It all depends on the guest. When we had Jack on for our normal, we obviously that was an actual interview. Concept was an actual interview. But when we have our buddies on or whatever, but I still felt like we were trying to be real, not ourselves.
Conform,
And
yeah.
and then we talked about it on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
The flat tire.
yeah.
Tuesday at the flat tire, we talked about it. Yeah,
we
Thursday.
talked about it on
all right.
Thursday. Yeah.
And I'll tell this story here real fast after this, and then we just said fuck it, just because we're known for being known for being funny a certain way, but then we got on here, we weren't being ourselves. We were
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it was hard to figure out, like, who you were, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're situational funny. You know, I mean, you know, you guys at work, you know, you're busting somebody's balls, or
Yeah.
you're doing something. Well,
Yeah, you're
that's
reactionary. That's
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Exactly.
Like given the could you write 30 minutes of stand up?
fuck no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But given a
No.
situation where you're in a social, could you react to the situation
yeah.
and make a group of people fucking laugh their ass
Exactly.
off?
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
that's it. Yeah.
But then it was like, okay, well, now we have to do that for an hour. And it's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, how
Right,
the fuck
it's
are we gonna
different.
do that?
and well, today it's been easy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 'cause- well, anyways, tell the story about the flat tire. So, my wife just took my car. It's the black car, first car I've ever had with low profile tires, whatever. So
Honestly, I don't even know what that means.
it means they're real thin.
Why would you want that?
I
You
didn't
get big
know.
wheels.
Because it comes, yeah.
No, I don't know if
If you
that
get,
is.
no. If you get bigger wheels,
Yeah.
there's only so much room in the wheel
between
well.
that
Yeah.
and the wheel
So you
well,
have to get low profile.
It was like the
tires.
first little
Okay.
sport. It's like
Okay.
because I actually
I'm good.
bought this car to be an asshole to people.
to his
Why?
boss because his
'Cause-
boss bought matching BMW.
No.
So you and your wife, you and Steph have matching cars?
No.
No. So what happened was they all had black cars, tinted windows, and stuff like that. And then I was hoping to eventually move it to a different position. So I went ahead and got this car. And they're like, "Hey, that's a nice car." I was like, "Well, I figure it's a starter kit to get promoted."
Oh, yeah.
And I thought
get
that
it.
joke was
That's
hilarious.
I think that's
hilarious.
funny.
So I actually
hilarious.
made a huge investment on a loan for a car just for a joke.
Right.
And,
Well, there's that.
That's commitment
That's
right
commitment.
Yeah.
and it's a real nice, it's a little sports car. It's fun. Well, it has to have a special lock to take the tire off.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I bought two of them. Had one in my garage, one in my car. Whenever I had my tires rotating balanced, they must have took it out and didn't put it back in.
Oh, damn.
So I had a flat tire on 465 at like
Because he had
12:45.
a pothole that was the size of Kansas.
yeah.
No, the potholes.
Oh yeah.
Mike Pence was real worried about the gays, but didn't fucking care about the potholes in Indianapolis.
Well, he was worrying about the other holes being filled.
Oh, I
Loved
get
that.
it.
Loved that.
I get it.
Loved that.
But anyways,
Well, let's talk to Hogset. Maybe he'll fix it.
so I'm on the side of the road with a flat tire. I go out to get my spare tire jack out. Everything I got, no big deal. Can't find it.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm calling my wife, who's home. Phone's on silent. She's asleep because I'm trying to get the key to me so I can change the tire. Can't get a hold of her. I call the insurance company. Like, hey, you have a free tow. We'll tow you home. Indiana DOT guy pulls over. He's like, hey, what's the matter? I was like, hey, I got a flat tire. And he looked at me like, well, you got to change it. And I was like, well, I don't have the key to it because of these tires. And he's like, oh, yeah, you do have one of those cars. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So he leaves. I'm talking to AP. We're sending videos and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I have to pee. I've been sitting there almost 2 hours.
Me too.
No place to go pee.
You gotta pee.
I gotta pee so bad.
Like,
Yeah,
just
go out the door.
Okay.
Next door to the
Bye.
left.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Don't
No,
fall
you're fine.
in. Miss you.
So I grab a water bottle out of the back of the car
Yeah.
to go pee. But I have to
Okay.
pee in the car.
Yes.
So as I'm peeing in the driver's seat, I see 2 cop cars behind me with their lights on. So I'm sitting there going,
He's got his dick out and the cops are pulling up.
Like as fast as you can go without spilling
and he had to stop peeing, and I'm trying to get the bottle in the back, and I have pee in my hands. I have no napkins in the car. My wife's like, you should always have napkins in your car. And I'm like, God, now I don't have them.
Now I understand.
So I'm wiping everything off of my hands.
Hell yeah.
The car's not. I had the car off because there was no reason because I was talking on the phone. Cops pulling up. I was like, shit, I better turn the car on because you can't roll down the windows without it. So I finally get the car started, roll down my windows, have pee in my hand, and I was like, he's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I just have a flat tire, and he's like, well, you gonna change it? I'm like, I was like, well,
I understand.
I was like, well, sir, I don't have the key to change the tire. Well, why don't you have the key? I don't know, sir. I honestly can't answer you, officer. He's like, I was like, I have a tow coming. They're going to tow me. He's like, oh. And he walked away, and he's like, well, be safe. I'm like, thanks. And then the tow truck driver shows up. Name's Jimmy. Jimmy showed up. Real long beard.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
guy. He said, what's going on? I was like, I got a flat tire. He's like, oh. Can't change it?
God damn it. I would have
Listen,
lost my
motherfucker,
shit.
if I could've changed this, I'd have
literally
changed
would've
this
lost
son of a
my
bitch
shit.
3
I
hours
said, no,
ago.
I don't have the key to the tire because, so no, someone, it's basically so they don't steal your tires. That's why they have it on there.
Okay.
So he's like, well, does it start? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, good. So we're driving out, we're on 465 drive, and he's like, I was like, yeah, I had like the DOT guy stop by, cop stop. He's like, cop stop. I was like, yeah, the cops stopped by to, see what was going on. He's like, cops never stop for flat tires anymore. And I was like, well, yeah, there's two cars showed up. It's like, well, I guess you do drive a Lexus, so they would show up for you.
What does that mean?
I was like, why am I getting shit on when I've been on the side of the road for almost 3 hours?
Right? What does that mean?
I don't know, but he took, yeah. Like, he's like, well, you have a nice car, so I guess they figured that's why they would stop and check on you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he meant because, like, somebody thought they thought you stole it or something. I don't know.
Well,
Whatever.
I am kind of dark complected. Maybe that's why.
He is,
Well, they didn't-
he is part Mexican, but he's a watered down version of a good Mexican.
You're part Mexican?
Yeah.
somewhere down the line there, they think that's why I'm so dark complected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's some people thought it was Italian, but it's actually it depends on which state I'm in, whether what I say.
I found out this
Like when
summer
I was
that I'm
in-
actually part Indian.
When I was in South Carolina,
Indian or
yeah.
Native American?
Native American.
No, I'm not trying to be politically
No,
correct.
no.
I don't know.
Not-
Which one?
Not
I was
Red
in,
Dot.
I was in South Carolina for work, and I went to one of the places I was in charge of to see how they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
We just bought their company. Walked around. It was a gas station, and so I walked the store. Everything looks great. I went to use the bathroom. Spotless bathrooms. Spotless. As I'm walking out, I notice on the door there's a swastika. And I'm on the phone with Steph. I was like, hey, it was like, how's South Carolina? I was like, I'm in this one town that has one stoplight, real small in South Carolina. She's like, I was like, man, these bathrooms are great, but I was like, there's a swastika on the door. I'm gonna have to let them know. She goes, so the bathrooms look great. I'm like, yeah, that's like the best gas station bathrooms I've ever seen. She goes, so somebody walks by that every day and cleans the bathroom immaculately and does nothing about the swastika. I was like, oh
Right.
shit.
Get those out.
As I walk outside to talk to the manager, and we're talking. I'm like, hey, can you get that taken care of? She's like, yeah, no problem. I was like, put a sticker over whatever you need to do. No problem. This old white guy walks up. He was like, hey, where are you from? I was like, that's what I thought he said. I was like, well, I'm from Indiana. He's like, no, what are you? I'm like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, it goes deeper than that.
and I quote and I said, well, what do I need to say to get out of this conversation?
You said that to him?
Yeah. Because I'm 6'3", I'm a pretty big dude, and he's a little short
Yeah,
guy.
of course.
He goes, are you Italian?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, sir, I'm Italian. He's like, okay, good.
Oh my God.
But you know what?
It was called Irmo, South Carolina. I wouldn't recommend vacation there if you have any kind of
Don't
darkness.
go.
Minority,
Don't go
yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because so I know somebody. I'm gonna try to edit this as politely as I can. I know somebody who is dating someone, and how how do I say this? Maybe I should just skip this story.
No, it's a good story. I just tried to tell Matt the story the other day, actually.
Okay. I know someone who's dating an African American woman, and he's white.
Okay.
And she says, "Who in your family's black?" And he says, "Nobody." And she's like, "No, seriously, like, who's black?"
And I've met this guy before, and like you would think that he's like a little bit mixed somewhere down the line.
You think
Like,
so?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm doing it.
A little bit.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay. This is my brother. And he shows his girlfriend a picture of
So
me.
he's dating your brother's dating a black chick.
Yes.
And she
And she says, and my brother's like, "Nobody." And she's like, well.
Honestly, I think part of it too is his swag. Like,
Yeah,
I've
my
seen him
brother-
just, like,
my brother-
his just,
But, I mean,
like,
you're
I
pretty-
don't
my
know.
brother's crazy swaggy.
Yeah.
And so, but then she shows my brother shows her a picture of me. He's like, "Look, this is me and my sister. We have the same parents. Like, this is it." She's like, "No, I think your sister's mixed too." And the only thing I've ever been mixed with is Asian. I've had a lot of people go, "Who in your family is Asian?"
I could see that.
That happens a lot to me. I got my nose pierced, and this girl leans back to me, and she was like, "I gotta ask you a really personal question." And I was like, "Okay, this isn't weird at all." And she goes, "Who in your family's Asian?" And I was like, "Nobody." And she goes, "No, seriously, I don't find a lot of mixed Asians in the Midwest who in your family." And because she is. And I was like, "No, like, legit, like my family, like, we're Italian. And I'm just as much Irish as I am Italian. And then there's like this whole other, like, I don't even know what these people are over here." I was like, "But that's it. That's like the main things are Irish and Italian in my family." She was like, "No, I really think that you're mixed." And I was like, "Probably." So I need to do one of those swab tests and find out.
Oh yeah, from
Genealogy.
Ancestry.com or whatever. You can do
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
it's amazing how people walk up and be like, what
I'm
are
sure
you?
they
What are
say,
you?
"Yeah, what are you? Yeah, what are you?" I
I've
get
never
that.
had anybody ask me that.
Well, that's
because you're extra white.
that's because you're at the top of the food chain, sir.
But
Yes.
during the summer, I am extra, extra dark.
Yeah, you could tell that you tan
Like,
probably.
like it doesn't take much
Yeah.
for me to get dark.
Yeah, so it's great. So she says this, and she's like, "No, I would totally think that your sister's mixed too." And he's like, "Well, like, as far as we know, we're not." And she was like, "Well, that's fine. I'll tell my family like that you're Italian or Greek." And he was like, "What?"
Let me,
And she was like, "No, it'll be fine. I'll just tell my family that you're Italian or Greek." He's like, "Well, I am Italian." And somehow it makes it okay if he's Italian or Greek, but if he's a Midwest white guy, that's not okay.
Totally
Oh no,
different.
I understand it.
Totally different. Isn't that crazy?
That's there's a scene in Goodfellas where he
Right.
first starts seeing her. It's like
Yeah.
he's like telling him to put that Star David away. I think.
Star David
Yeah.
away. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Who
You gotta
cares?
hide that.
If you're happy, you're happy. But we
Yeah.
can't have that. It has to be happiness in the way we want it.
Or the way that your family does. And it's so crazy to me because still to this, for me, I don't know if it's because I'm in my 30s or if because I've finally decided to live the life that I want to live and stop worrying about what other people think. But I mean, you know what? I love a Midwestern white guy, fat belly, fat dick, and all. Like, that's how it is. Like, I don't care.
From now
Yeah,
on, can you
so-
say hashtag in front of fat belly, fat dick?
Yeah.
I think
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
to
make this a
hashtag all the. Yeah, we're gonna have to hashtag all of this. But that's the thing. I mean, he's mixed from the waist down.
oh, yeah, this is me on vacation.
Oh my god, I edited that like, last week. I was rolling.
Sorry,
Oh my
that's
God.
another thing. John overheard Caitlin and I doing secret time the other day,
And it really was secret time, like,
it was
between us.
legit
We
secret
weren't
time.
gonna
Like she was
put it
like, "We're
anywhere."
not putting this in," and we were talking about very private things and very private of our privates probably, and. John
Well, you did
overhears
have
me.
one episode where you talked about the color of your nipples.
We did. That's true.
It
but
was
that's not
more
private.
private than that.
Yeah, this
even.
is way more private. And so John overhears us talking about what we're talking about and screams down the stairs, "Are there no secrets anymore?" And it was true. There are.
And
There
we're
are
just-
definitely
we were
no
just
secrets.
So drunk, we were laughing so hard. I went back and I was editing the video.
Oh,
I was laughing.
it was so
fucking
funny.
hard.
So funny. So what's the deal here? I want to hear. I want to know about this picture.
This is my dad.
He's dark.
I would
Yeah,
totally
no.
guess that your dad was either Middle Eastern or
Yes.
Native American.
Well,
Yes.
he's
but I would go Middle Eastern
But then
first.
this is me, of course.
You
and my
obviously
wife.
look like your mother.
And I'm completely dark. That's my stepmom.
Okay, well, maybe you look like your stepmom. Hi, foot mouth.
Then hold
But
on.
why do you always
hold
have
on.
that weird look on your face, though?
Are you smiling, or did something get in your eyes?
I'm smiling. That's my I don't want to be doing this smile.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Where
That's
are you guys? That's a beautiful beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Ooh, I've never been
My
there.
parents. That's
Oh,
where
is
my
that
parents went for.
the trip
their
from
honeymoon.
hell to start out with?
Yeah, that was the trip from hell to start.
We were
with.
at the airport and you're still talking to me and Snapchatting me while you're going on family vacation,
Yeah, I've
which
never-
made me feel like the love between us had grown.
I've never wanted to blow up a plane.
That's
before,
your
but-
dad?
Yeah.
I would have never known that was your...
Hold on.
And you have a
This is-
sister?
This is my uncle.
Let me see your uncle.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure that's your dad? Wow.
Yeah, because this.
You guys have the same
he-
taste in women.
He looks like my.
That's your dad's little brother.
Yeah, he is the youngest.
Okay.
My dad is then my dad, and then I have two more uncles.
Oh, wow.
All
Okay.
right, is it okay for me to be not like those pants?
You don't like capri pants?
Let's like make a decision whether pants or shorts. Just don't go in between.
You don't want me? Do you want me to tell you a mom story about why I wear those pants?
Yes.
Yes.
Because my second child left a shit ton of stretch marks in my inner thighs, and there's certain shorts that I can't wear. So when you see a mom wearing those, don't judge.
I wasn't
you
judging the
go.
mom, but now
There
it's to
you
the
go.
point where dudes are wearing them.
Okay, I'm not for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm not for
I don't know. I
do
saw a dude
know.
with a pair of shorts on the other day that were so long they looked like capris, but they were short.
Colin took my.
See why?
I had
I
a
don't
pair
know.
of really nice Jordan shorts, and I went to go get them out of my. I wear them to go to bed,
Yeah.
and they had a huge knot in them. I looked at the waist, and the waist was this big.
Put on your leg.
I guess he'd been wearing them around the house, and they come down to his shins.
Right.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I'm 6'3", he's like what 5 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like that.
So he's rocking dad's, and he had on his mom's shoes.
It's either shorts, joggers, or no pants when he's around.
That's
Yeah.
how your brother
I
rolls.
support that.
Okay.
It's mainly no pants. Though.
Mainly no pants. Ugh. What is it with little boys?
But no, my
Something.
That's
they don't
crazy.
Wear, they don't wear
have-
jeans anymore.
No.
like we have Indian in us, but me and my uncle look like my grandpa's side.
I was gonna say structurally, you look a lot like your
and
uncle.
My dad, and my two oldest uncles look more like my grandma's side.
Okay. That's
It's-
crazy how
yeah.
dark they are, though.
Oh, I know. Well, I said when we went to like I've always been dark. Like I've always like in the summertime, you give me 2 days and I got
Right.
a great tan.
Yeah.
And when we got down to Myrtle Beach, this was this past summer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was this past summer.
Yes, sir.
And
I have it in my
you know,
calendar.
I start looking.
When you're gonna be away.
I started looking around, and I'm like, man, we are so dark. And I can't remember I don't remember what it said. But my uncle was like, well, we're part Indian. I was like, we're not part Indian. He was like, yeah, that's where the big noses come from. I was like, what? I was like, are you sure?
I just like how people randomly throw out facts.
Randomly throw out things
I was
like
like, are
that.
you sure? And he's like, wait till the end of the week, see how dark you are. I was like, okay. Well, that was the day before we left.
Yeah.
We took those pictures. And then, you know, of course I didn't really notice it. Then I get home and I start editing those pictures and I was like, oh my God, look how dark we are.
Now, if you
Like
got a
compared
swab,
to each of our wives.
right?
like,
that was
we're, like,
crazy. The
crazy
difference
dark.
between you and your
Yeah.
wives. If you swab check, your daughters might be able to go to college for free because you only have to be an eighth of Native American. to
Yeah,
go
but
to
I don't
college.
think I'm that.
My kids are.
Swab
I just
it.
found that out.
Dude,
I
swab it.
I just found out. I just
They have to
found
be
out.
in state though, don't
Student
they? It has to
debt
be in
is
state.
I think it is in
college.
state. I think it
Yeah.
is. I think that's. I don't know.
Because I've heard that before.
Yeah, it has to be an
from a
eighth.
buddy of mine that was
Yeah.
like a quarter Indian, and he was like, "Well, I could have went to Purdue for free," and I was
Yeah.
like, well, "Why didn't you go?" And he was like, "Because I like drugs too much." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I've answered.
My.
Well, yeah,
No,
sometimes
that-
that's the answer.
That nose candy will get you every time.
It will. It will.
I don't fuck with nose candy.
No.
Nah.
You know what's crazy?
Smoke weed, that's it.
I've never done blow ever.
I rubbed some on my gums
a
one
good
time in
time.
college.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It
So-
was. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't feel anything. I thought it was
This is
dumb.
probably baby powder.
So the two close friends that I've had in the longest time is there's been 3, Agent Sensation, and then AP and my best friend Joe Cav, who's still in rehab right now.
Is he
Currently,
Yeah, I haven't talked to him.
Still? Yeah, we
but
went to a strip club one night. 2 days later, he went to rehab.
damn.
Oh, damn.
Well, he knew he was going. So
Like
we,
sex rehab, drug
no,
rehab.
drug. He started
Okay.
on prescription pain pills, and it escalated into black tar heroin.
Yep.
He met a
Because that's how it happens. Because
He met a
What?
girl,
Yep.
and he met a girl that he loved, introduced her to some drugs, and then now he didn't realize what made him go was she was to the point where we've always been able to draw it back, like, all right, fuck, we need to sober up.
Yeah, like just take a break.
But
Right.
she couldn't. And then so he felt so responsible for it, and I owe him a lot. He's the one that kept pushing me to do this. He said, "You're a funny guy, talented. Don't fucking waste it."
Have you ever done anything else like this? Have you ever been in broadcasting at all?
No, I've actually
Like not high school, not college, not anywhere.
He did some writing, or newspaper.
I used to. I did writing, and then I've always wrote. I write sketches, wrote a bunch of stuff. But I never wanted to put it out because I was like, people like, well, fuck, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And then now, but with the support of AP. But real quick though, Cav actually did the Fanta Suite in Greenwood. Yeah. He actually did coke off a stripper's ass there. And then I
want to say that one time. Can we make that happen just so I can say it?
Then we go to a strip club with him.
I could do coke off John Hooker's ass, and that would be coke off a hooker's ass.
You're right. Can I do coke off your ass?
Yeah.
So I can do it off a hooker's ass?
Yeah, and know that I'm totally disease free.
Can we film this and put this on YouTube?
Important.
Yes,
that's
what's going to get us all the hits.
Right?
That'll take us right to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh my god! Immediately.
And then I met him, and then we took him out to the strip club, and then
Which strip club?
Brad's.
One of them.
Because I know the DJ.
That's
He used
the
to be a
best
customer
one.
of mine. And
That was a bad night.
I was
That's a good strip
I was
club.
sober.
That night it wasn't.
And then we were outside.
I think it was like amateur night. Ugh,
Oh, no.
nobody good.
No one fuck
nobody
with
good.
that.
No, it's I'm about to have my kid night.
Oh.
There's two of them up there that you kept pointing at, like,
Oh,
look.
she's pregnant.
I kept going, hey, I think that chick's pregnant.
She keep rubbing her belly.
Oh my god!
And every stripper that came over.
We should go to a strip club just to talk about it.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
let's go.
100%.
When the girls
We've
came
talked,
over, to
that was
talk
our
to
first
him,
2 episodes of this podcast. Was talking about that strip club night.
He goes, if you ain't hot on my wife, no need to come over here. Like he's Matthew
I was
McConaughey.
drunk.
Oh, no.
He kept going, all right,
Okay,
baby.
if I could just say, we met both of your wives before this episode. Both gorgeous.
And they both look so alike.
They could be
Same
sisters.
haircut,
Oh, I know.
same
That
haircut.
everybody
Could be
says that.
sisters, but I think they're both
No,
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Thank
Banging
Thank you.
bodies.
And then
too.
they usually meet us, and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with them?
I know.
Aw.
Or as Aaron said, yeah, I kicked your coverage, B.
I kicked your coverage, B.
And then
Yeah.
I pull out the old photo when I met her. I'm like,
Oh,
see?
yeah. He was good looking back in the day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, I think you're both handsome gentlemen.
I heard
you.
that's 2 days in a row I've heard that.
Really?
But I believe her. I think the other one wanted something.
Uh-huh. Probably.
Not in that way.
Oh, okay.
Because I have something she wanted. I had something that she wanted.
But the night of the strip club.
Still didn't sound better.
No.
Still didn't. No. Let's go. Strip club. Strip club story. It's somehow the strip club story is
and then-
better than this.
Yeah. Then we went outside, and I was smoking, and he was smoking, and
I don't smoke. Actually, that was the first cigarette I'd had in about 6 years.
I was like, hey, I'm gonna go outside
And
and
it's
smoke.
terrible.
Because
yeah,
I can't do it.
I was drunk.
The other
too.
2 guys are missing. That came with us. One has my
MIA.
ATM card.
Do you know what the charges are to get money out of an ATM at a strip
Yeah,
club?
we
Yeah, I
do
do.
now.
Yeah, I do.
It's like $19
He said I only took out 100, and I looked at my statement. I was like, dude, it said 125.
That's the surcharge to take money out of an ATM strip club.
And he disappeared.
We
and,
go to PTs. We should go to
Yeah.
all of them.
Holy shit.
And then we're outside smoking. I was just like, I was like, all right, man, we might need to go. And he's like, yeah, well, first let's get some Coke. I'm like, no, she just brought Coke to the table, like drink soda.
Yeah.
He's like, no, man, Coke.
Oh.
I walked in with him and said, we need to settle our check.
Yeah.
I threw him in the car, got him home.
Oh, yes.
No.
Because he doesn't drink, so we were hammered.
That's why everybody gets home safe.
Yes.
And that's why also none of them get divorced or end up with another kid on the side or something.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good
I didn't
friends.
know. I learned one time downtown, a homeless man came up and asked me for straws. That is another term for Coke. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that.
straws.
I was like,
That's
hey,
new.
hey, you got any straws? I was like, yeah, and Kilroy's right there. Drunk bitch. I was like, nah, man, straws. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Coke.
I never
Coke.
feel more extra white than when people talk about narcotics.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
100%.
I have no fucking idea what any of that stuff
I just
is.
learned. So I don't want to say where Matt works. I'm afraid people do, but like a lot of his coworkers do Coke. And like one guy,
Yeah.
they walked into work on like a Thursday or Friday morning, And Matt was like, man, like I was dogging it. I could not wake up this morning. And his buddy was like, yeah, me too. So I just like did a line of blow real quick and I was fine.
No, I'd have
Like
been
before fucking work. Like
No.
he drove to work. I
Just
was
a little
like,
bump.
no.
Just a little bump.
Hey,
Little
just a
bump.
little bump.
Just a little bump.
I love that term.
I
I don't know
guess
what
I
it means, but I
support
love
it
it.
as long as it's like you're not
About a
addicted
quarter-
to
about a
it.
quarter of a
I don't
line.
know. If I
don't
can't
know.
wake up for work, you know what I do? I go
Have
to
some fucking
Starbucks and get
coffee.
some
Yeah.
venti. Yeah, hi, venti.
Right?
And if I'm feeling extra crazy, I'll get 2 extra shots.
Exactly. Oh,
Like, there's
Oh,
no
man.
way.
My new, and actually my cousin got me on this. My new favorite drink from Starbucks
Yeah.
is a dirty chai tea.
what is that?
I love chai tea.
Chai tea with
Love
a
chai
shot
tea.
with soy milk.
Yep.
You get it hot
Okay.
or cold.
I love chai
So
tea.
you can have that, right?
I have
If it's
vanilla
soy milk?
chai.
It is.
It's with and they have almond milk at
Oh,
Starbucks
do they?
now. But actually, my big thing right now is matcha tea.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I
My
mix
wife
the
was on
matcha.
that,
I
yeah.
love matcha tea, which is basically like the whole leaf green tea.
Yeah.
So it's very, very like condensed. It's very dark. It's very thick. But I mix that with a little bit of that, little bit of spirulina, and then I also have these things called dusts, which they're adaptogenics. They're different herb blends that you can put in your tea. I have
This sounds really complicated tea.
it's not because it's just 3 scoops. It's 1 scoop of
okay,
each. That's
okay,
it. I
okay.
promise. But you do that, and like I have this little collection of it's from a company called Moon Juice in California, and I have brain dust. So if you need something like to help your thinker, I have spirit dust. I have beauty dust, and what other one is there? There's dream dust if you want to put some in your tea before you go to sleep, and then I have sex dust.
Oh,
Do you really?
Shit,
Does that
Cindy,
help?
we need to get some of that.
Sex just makes you feel a little extra. Little
Knocks the
something.
dust right out of there.
Little something. No, this shit don't get dusty, my friend.
Yes, bitch. Especially, did you start Shameless yet?
No.
Yes.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
you've
Okay,
got to
I
watch.
haven't
My
watched
wife,
Shameless.
my wife watched the entire.
And
all
seasons
6
1 and 2, she
seasons.
was horny as fuck, right?
I don't remember.
Because I can't get over it.
I'm
I
not even
cannot
shitting
get
you. She
over it.
watched-
That's what Caitlin said. Caitlin's like, if you're having a drought in your sex life, just watch
Oh,
Shameless.
they
We watched
they
3
were
episodes in a row
knocking-
and she was snoring.
Really?
They were no.
See,
they
you
were-
can't let it. You can't let she works a lot, so do I. But you can't if we didn't watch it in the bed, it'd be fine because once she's one of those.
Yeah, sleepers. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
hard. That's hard. I get it. Because
So what I
fall
did, I
asleep a lot,
watched 3
too.
episodes without her, got ahead of her, and be like, "Sorry, babe."
Come see me
But
in the
there is-
shower when you
there is
catch up.
a lot of sex in that show.
There's a lot.
I mean,
That's what she
just
said. She said it's crazy.
Hot, knocking the bottom out of it.
Yeah.
Type sex.
And it's
awesome.
like some crazy white trash stuff too,
It is.
right?
It
Okay.
is.
It's basically
is.
would have been my wife if I didn't marry Steph.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually said that to her.
Okay.
No offense, Luke.
It's just your mom, dude.
Don't
Yeah.
watch Shameless. Don't.
No,
No,
because you
Shameless.
meet somebody that makes you want to motivates you to be better.
Be better,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, like I met her, I didn't have a job. I lived with my parents. I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
She had her own apartment, going to school and working. I'm like, and she still likes me. What if she would do if I did all these other things?
Yeah.
Right.
So I got a job, got my own car, and then
Isn't
yeah.
it crazy when you think back about the person that you could have really fucked some shit up with, and you're like, oh, thank God this person came along.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just joined Facebook. I know that's
Literally
weird.
like
Like
6
no,
days ago.
it's good.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like
good.
a week ago.
I hate Facebook because
Okay.
when me and my wife first separated, she put from married to complicated. All of a sudden, my phone went ding, da ding, da ding, da ding, da ding, da ding. I'm
yeah.
like, how do you guys know this? Well, it says complicated.
Nosy people are nosy as fuck.
I'm like,
yeah.
what say complicated? Well, your wife's status. What fucking status are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Were you
Yeah.
so pissed when she did that?
Yeah.
More pissed because people are just nosy.
I was more
yeah.
mad because those people had no right to know what
No.
the fuck's going on in my life.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
He had no
Exactly.
idea. And then right away, they're like, well, he must have cheated. They didn't even give me a chance.
Oh yeah.
First assumption.
First, well, yeah, right away, no matter what you do. So I was like, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
did. I just started saying it because it was easier.
Yeah.
To put the fire out.
Yeah, because even when your mom's like, BJ, what did you do? I'm like, what the fuck you mean, what did I do?
Did you cheat?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It would have been easier to do it that way.
Yeah, so you just lied about it.
Is that bad?
No.
No, it's not bad.
Because when you try
Because then
to...
there's like a reason. There's like a valid, like, here's the fucking thing.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna really just balls out. Like, these Scooby snacks are gonna fuck us up.
Honest juice.
Honest juice, yeah. No, I did, and it fucked my marriage up. And thank God that John is a forgiving person, because he knew, like, even at my worst, that it was still good.
Yeah.
That we would figure it out.
That's fucking awesome.
And we both, I mean, yeah, like, it's kind of silly, but it'll be in August. It'll be 20 years since our very first date.
Really?
Yeah, and
Ours
so
was August 10th, 1999.
August 14th, dude.
We got married August 4th. Her birthday's August 14th. Yeah, I know
That's
all,
awesome.
I know all that stuff.
August is
Because I'm
good.
sensitive.
You.
August is good.
Well, I know when my fucking wife's birthday is.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah, November 13th.
You thought
No, because what happens in the marriages is...
Relationships. You don't even have to say marriage.
Yeah.
Like, shit happens.
Well, what happens is ever since 1950, 66, whatever, there's this thing right here, this TV, and it says, okay, you get married, you have a wife, start having kids, you get the white picket fence, you get a cat and get a dog, savings account, you're retired, you're dead, blah. But during that time while you're trying to build
That was intense.
but
It's true, though.
But this is what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are heading down that same plane,
Yeah.
like, hey, we want to do this, but all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like,
Oh, yeah.
and then you're like, fuck, what happened?
What happened?
Well, you wake up in an apartment by yourself, you're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting in the apartment by myself in a chair, and I was like, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah. And it makes you rethink some shit.
And I miss my boys.
Yeah.
That was the main thing, was because my dad left when I was 5, 6.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept thinking, I'm my fucking father.
Oh, yeah.
And it ate at me because I was like, I miss my kids, and I wanted to fix a lot of things. I wanted to be there with my boys.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the most important thing to me is they didn't ask to be born.
No.
Like, we said, we're going to bring you in and take care of you.
Yeah.
But we let our own ego and our own personal shit, because it's not about you. It's about them.
Oh, absolutely.
It is about them, but I agree with that 100%, because I have had the experience, and obviously you have too, where having to deal with divorced parents with adult children, and now my children are your grandchildren, and John's parents are divorced and my parents are divorced, and you guys can't fucking figure it out long enough for a goddamn birthday party, and
Yeah.
you got to make it. No, John and I were like, we are not our parents.
Yeah.
And we care about each other and our kids enough that we're going to figure
Oh,
this
yeah.
out. Do I love him? I 100% love him. Would I be with him if I didn't have kids? Yup.
Yeah.
But we had to go through some shit and experience
yeah.
some shit to get here. And I'm a firm believer that there are certain parts of your life that you have to experience. And if you don't experience them when you're 16 or when you're 21 or when you're 25, John and I had kids early. Yeah. We had Max when we were 23 and 25, and we had Addie 2 years later. We needed a little of that early 20s growing up dumb shit to do.
Yeah.
We got married.
And so we did that.
We got married at 21. I had him at 23.
Yeah.
My other son at 25.
See, and that's the thing. And so we had to take a break from each other and date other people and do things, and then come back together and go, you know what? I've seen it. I've been with it. I've done it. And you're still it. You're still my person.
See, like I saw me and my wife, both of our families are divorced. Like, we both come from divorced families.
How are your holidays? Were they just...
They're,
just out of curiosity, I just want somebody else's perspective.
I stay at home.
Yeah, you just tap out.
When I was a kid, like, it wasn't horrible.
No, that's how I felt.
It was a little rough, but now it's a goddamn nightmare.
It is.
I mean, it's
I
a
agree.
fucking nightmare.
A logistical nightmare, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
We
Everybody wants your time.
We literally have to drive from the very north part of the fucking state to the very fucking south part of the state.
Where in northern Indiana?
Fort Wayne.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's where my wife's family's from.
Right.
I'm actually from Mitchell, which is the town south of Bedford.
Yeah.
And so it is, and it's gotten a little bit better because we finally just said, we got kids, we're doing Christmas here, you can suck our dick.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I couldn't agree
not necessarily
more.
like
I
that.
actually got that text message.
But our parents, but our parents.
I was on that group text.
Our parents finally, realize, okay, well, it's their life, it's their kids. Okay, well, let's move some shit around.
And you guys got to make your own traditions.
Oh, we
we
absolutely do. But as far as me and my wife goes, coming from divorced families, we were together from the time we were 19. Well, I mean, obviously till now, but we dated. I think we dated until from 2001 till 2008 when we got married. Right.
Yeah.
So we had all this time, and we did long distance. She went to college in Missouri. It was a 7-hour drive.
Holy shit.
I drive out there once a month.
Yeah.
You drive out Friday night after work, come back Sunday afternoon, get up and go to work on Monday.
What did you listen to on the way back?
Ooh,
Nickelback.
That a boy.
Don't tell anybody else that.
Oh, we tell everybody.
This has been a long running.
We're still on
This has been a long running.
I have
joke for
people
this.
That's
texting
great.
him, sending himself on social media about Nickelback. They will not stop.
I get at least
Oh,
at least
no.
one Nickelback DM or text message a week.
You got two
Love it.
this
That's
week.
pretty awesome.
Because it
love
was
that.
Craig.
it was some stupid. I don't even know how it got started. But
Because
now
your
for
taste
some
in
reason, I'm
music
this
is dog
huge-
shit. That's why.
No,
Still or just then?
Just still.
Still.
no, it's not.
Okay, who's your favorite band right now?
Oh, right now? Oh, I have no idea. I'm an old school. Like I like all the old.
If you
stuff,
say Fred
Led
Durst, I'm
Zeppelin.
gonna punch you in the throat.
Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding.
Matt with a backwards hat on sometimes
Sometimes
looks like Fred.
looks like Fred Durst.
I'm a
Sometimes I
Zeppelin.
think about when I put my hat on backwards, if I'm out doing yard work, I'm like, I have a red one. I have a Texas Rangers one.
shit.
I'm like, oh, and I turn it around just because I'm like, no, Fred Durst,
You know
no.
what? I can't. I love
I
to
had
wear
a-
a hat backwards.
I did have a red
I
New
still
York
do.
Yankees hat when I was in high school.
Of course you did,
Why
because you're a sheep.
I don't know. I liked it. I was a guy who liked anything that was loud because
liked it.
I was so always hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you name it, heavy metal.
I get it.
mean,
I listened to a lot of AC/DC my
Oh
senior
yeah,
year.
oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
My truck when I was 16 had a Pink Floyd sticker on the front window.
Oh, mine had Johnny Cash. Hey.
But then I also had a kicker speaker sticker on the.
Do you guys remember that? Like, you would get a car, and the car was great, but the car wasn't done until you had a system.
Oh yeah,
You
always
had to have a system.
I had an '83 plum purple Chevette with a Wu-Tang sticker on the front.
Okay, that's good. That
I
you may
had-
have just trumped everybody.
I had the truck that I just traded in 4 months ago for so my wife could have a new car.
I miss that beautiful thing.
I do too. It had a system in it. I put one.
It
It
had-
was just one. It was 110, but it was like it was like.
See, that's where
I
we're
remember
opposites.
being
See, that's the
16 years
number.
old.
Look, you had an iPod, didn't you?
I had an aux cord.
I don't know
Yeah.
fucking shit about Knox cord. Give me a 6-disc changer,
Okay,
bitch.
okay. I will say I just had to buy a new car.
You
2.5
did. We
weeks
both just
ago.
got new cars
Yes.
together.
2.5
Yeah.
weeks ago because my boyfriend totaled mine
Oh,
the week
shit.
before
Ooh.
Christmas,
Matt.
and we are still together. So like, hi.
Was you in it or he?
No, borrowed it to go to work.
How's
the
that
day
phone
the
call to
blizzard.
you?
The blizzard.
Hysterical.
Remember when
We
they
had a
got the
blizzard?
ice storm? I'm sorry, not blizzard. Ice storm overnight, and it just hit people like
Yeah,
a
that's
motherfucker.
So-
Yeah,
there-
that was the Saturday that we drove to Fort Wayne.
Oh God.
no.
That night where there was like 400 wrecks on
Yep.
the
Yes.
northwest
Yeah,
corner.
Yes.
absolutely. I called you, said, and I
Yeah,
was
he
telling
was
you.
like,
Like,
you
are
can't
you
go
okay?
to Fort
Yeah.
Wayne. Yeah, I was like, why not? And he's like, because there's like ice
was
all over
nuts.
the roads. You're not going to be able to make it. And
I
was like,
called
really?
him. See, I'm sensitive to say, hey, bro.
That's good.
good
That's
on
good
you.
friend.
He's like, are you still going to Fort Wayne? I was like, yeah, why?
Plus, I had nothing to do
like,
that night.
He's like, well, because 465 shut down. And I was like, what do you mean it's shut down? He's like, they fucking shut it down. I don't know how else to explain that.
Because I work on that
It was
side
rough.
of town. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
We live on the northwest side, and he had to go to fucking work the next morning. So he.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every other Saturday he has to work from 8 to noon because what a fucking fuck that. So he goes outside. He comes back in the house. I hear him and he's like, "Hey babe, can I just take your car because mine's covered in ice?" And like somehow, whatever way our cars were sitting in the driveway, his car got absolutely just plastered with ice, and mine had none. I was like, "Yeah, no problem. Like we share each other's cars all the time. Whatever." 5 minutes later, he calls me and he's like, baby, I got in an accident. I'm so sorry. He's like bawling, I'm like, all right, I get over there. I, have to de-ice his car.
Yeah, now you got to de-ice his car.
So I have no bra on. My
He has a
leggings are
charger,
inside out.
yeah.
He has a charger. I like barely know how to drive
Oh,
his.
shit.
So I finally get over there and like it didn't look that bad. So he got in a hit and run. It was the other guy's fault and like he fled the scene, whatever.
Because they don't have insurance, most likely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it all got worked out. So I bought a new car, but I will say this was like a long ass story for me to say that my car before my new one, which I bought it like a Mini Cooper. So like I think I'm hot shit now.
I saw that.
It's really
actually.
cute.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mini Coopers
super
are fun.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's super fun. The one before that had a Dodge Caliber, and it was the base model, so it had wind down windows and no power locks on
Oh,
the
shit.
inside, and no.
I didn't know they
cruise
still
They
make
didn't
cars
make
like
that.
that.
This is
They didn't
even,
even
this
make
is
that.
even more weird because
It had an aux cord,
yeah.
nothing else.
That's so bizarre.
Because Steph just took my car because you had a
Yes.
flat tire, and her car is actually a Caliber, which is no big deal.
I
right?
love Calibers.
But the problem is it has a big the company she works for is on the back of it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm 6'3". I'm a big dude.
Right.
That car, my head goes like right here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm driving like this.
and the back window is like
yeah.
fucking an inch
and then,
big.
and then people are always tailgating me and whatever, and then it drives me insane because they're like, they see the sticker on the back of the car, and I won't say it because I shouldn't want me to, and I won't do that.
You guys need a dry erase board.
But people,
I know.
But people, it's a cosmetic company. But people think, oh,
Okay, now I remember the story
yeah.
before.
Look at this- yeah.
I was like, I knew I told you that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, look at this little bitch in
I've
this
slowed
car.
the punch.
And then one time, somebody actually tailgated me on 37 all the way up to almost past Bloomington to Martinsville.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just because of construction and just
Ugh.
on my ass, not in a fun way.
Did you see that shit's not going to be done until August 2018 now?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Oh my! Matt
so
went to
fucking
IU.
hell.
Matt went to IU for a little while,
Yep.
and it was under construction
Then.
in 2013.
Then.
Yep. So when I pulled into the gas station, the guy had to turn in behind me. I think he was mad because I kept brake checking him, and he couldn't see who was actually in the car.
Oh no.
So I get out. He gets out first, kind of shuts his door, and I get out, and I'm a big dude, and I just stare at him like, what? What are you going to do? What's the matter with you that you had it? I said, and I kept saying, is it because of the fucking sticker? Is it because, and this guy has no, I think, I want him to admit it's because of the sticker. He thought that was somebody weak was in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman would have got out of the car, and what would you have done then? You'd have been
Yeah.
a big bad guy that
Yeah.
intimidated
Is
a woman.
dick
Good
to a
job,
lady.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, and then, yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it, but I love driving it because it gets like 9,000 miles a gallon.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey,
realize
hey.
my car's that way too with the gas.
Hey, you realize we've been doing this for 2 hours?
Okay, we could be done. I'm so sorry.
No, like that. Was
I
just,
literally just looked over
I just felt like
and it
we met
said
the
2 hours, and I was like, oh, shit.
I felt like we met the female versions of us.
Pretty,
You
Like,
think so?
like I'm really
Oh,
happy.
I really,
Yay!
Because they stayed here for 2 hours and then be like, oh, like pretend like on a
I
bad
did
date,
just
like
look.
on a bad date.
No,
Like, oh,
well,
my
you looked
cat
at your,
threw
you,
up.
and I was like,
gotta
oh, shit,
go.
yeah.
Just
I don't even
now,
know
because
how to
I
look
was
at.
like,
I looked over and it said 159, and I was like, oh, shit.
that's a long one. Is
That
this your
is-
longest one? How long is your longest?
It's
Was that a drunk one?
That was the drunk one.
Yeah.
Can we do one more question before
Yeah.
we leave?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
that's
let's
fine,
let's
that's fine.
do the question.
We'll
Jess
do
and
one
I
more.
actually, I will say, I want to promote us real quick. We're on Facebook
Yes.
now at Blonde on Brunette, and we are considering doing like a Facebook Live, so
Yep.
that
Well,
doing
that's
like
we
a
what-
did.
Q&A
We were going to do that
session.
today.
We've been
Oh.
doing
You want to?
But
No,
can.
No, this is the, and I've done some research.
Yeah.
because that's what I do.
I don't. So let's listen.
So,
Yeah,
so we
right?
did one.
I need to jot this down.
We did one. The most reaction time that we got was on. We were waiting for Concept to come on at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we had. I think I had up to 75.
So you're saying 4 p.m. on a Sunday is probably not the
No.
time.
No.
Probably not good.
because the
Okay.
kids are in. I think around 9 p.m. is a good time because everybody has their phone on them.
Yeah.
that's
Right.
when we got the most viewers because we tried to do one on Saturday.
Yeah, at like,
Yeah.
what, 1, 2 o'clock or something like
Yeah.
that?
Didn't go.
We should
Yeah.
do a Facebook Live when we're just like shit faced.
No, that could be any time.
I would
of
watch
day.
that.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, so we were considering doing that. So
We're
like
actually
questions.
we've got the next. So we're planning out the rest of January and into February. And do you know what we're doing next week? We're doing
This is the first week of February. So are we doing classic cocktails?
shit.
You
We're
sent
doing
me the
classic
text.
cocktails. We're gonna do classic cocktails. We're gonna do a Valentine's theme, obviously.
I got it.
And it's
That's
called
the question actually.
Fat bellies, fat dicks.
That's what our drink is
I
gonna be
will.
called.
I will
love
wear that T-shirt.
You will wear that
Yeah, I
T-shirt.
will
I'll
wear-
send it to you.
I will wear the T-shirt on the show.
Okay,
Because
good.
you know we take pictures with everybody, so I will
Right.
wear it.
Good.
I will.
Thank God I
Because
put
it'll be
on
close to
eyeliner.
home.
Good. And what else? We're gonna go to the Winners Farmers Market, and we're gonna come up with some cocktails from the farmers market downtown.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're gonna do whiskey drinks, maybe somewhere in
think so,
between
yeah.
there too.
We gotta do whiskey drinks. 'cause
You need to expand your palate.
I know.
We're working on it.
I know.
We're
I'm
working.
getting
She's
there.
doing so. You guys, seriously, we do need to I need to do a recap episode of how far she's come since the first episode
Oh,
to
yeah.
this episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because first episode, she's like, I don't do shots. I don't do beer. I
What?
don't do shots, and that was it.
And like I only
game
do
over.
vodka.
Only vodka. Which that was so we've come a long,
Yeah.
long way. We've
Yeah.
done really good. So let's see. When was our first September?
I think it was like the last week of September.
September,
say-
October, November, December, January, February. So we're gonna have to do something in March for our 6-month episode. That's
Okay.
like an anniversary.
Okay.
Seriously, that's like being married for like 7 years.
Right,
Yeah, it
in
is.
dog years.
Yeah.
And you guys are both on Twitter, correct?
We're both on
Yes,
Twitter. I am.
And don't be a dick to him on Twitter. I saw some of those
Or
messages.
be a dick. Come at me.
Yeah,
Fucking meet me
also-
outside.
The
Meet
real
me
might be
outside.
We're both the type of girls where it's like if you're gonna talk shit to us, a lot of people are like, oh, like ignore it. Like I have a friend who just is like, I don't want to see it, ignore it. I'm like, talk shit to me, and I
No, that's what I was.
It depends on
I
what
was
it
actually
is.
warning them because I've seen what you've said back.
Oh yeah, she'll go hard.
Yeah, I don't fuck around.
She does go hard.
If
but
you want your ego to go to shit, then go ahead and go at them.
Yeah.
Go at Caitlin. I'm very, very fortunate that I haven't had a lot of people come at me because I'll get a little extra political and then the next morning go, oh fuck.
Wait a second.
What did I do? But that was another reason that I kind of went with Caitlin because I'm not saying that I had to choose between the two, but sometimes you know what's healthy for your heart and what's healthy for your soul, and you know that I've said this, I don't know if I've said this out loud, but I've said this before to other people, saying that Caitlin is so nice to me, and she says like, I support you, and you say I support you, and I'm and like no judging, like this is who you are and I support you and this is what you're gonna do. And she does have a little underlining tone of like, but this is what I think you should do, and she's usually right. She's usually right. But the thing is that it's like, why am I not as nice to me as Caitlin is to me? Like that's dumb. Like this is someone, like, why don't I support me the way Caitlin supports me? And she's known me for about 3 minutes.
Well, but
Yeah.
you sometimes
Like-
got to have somebody look in
You
from
do.
the outside.
You
Well,
have
that's
to.
why-
I think
yeah.
that's a lot of what it
and
is.
not a backstory. Like Caitlin
Yeah.
knew a very little bit about the backstory, but then she was also like, you know what? I'm not going to go with the easy thing, the popular thing, and tell you like, yeah, that's what you should do. I'm going to go with, I feel like I know you on another level, and I feel like this is probably what's right for you, even if it's not what you want to hear. I feel like it's probably what's right for you. And she
Yeah.
did know. And I feel like that's why we're spirit sisters or something. I'm not real sure.
And the reason,
I love this podcast.
and the reason is with me and him click so well is he needs nothing from me. I need nothing from him.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. That's
yeah,
huge
yeah.
too.
Because there's a
That's
lot of people that
huge.
needed
That's
things
huge.
from me because of things that I'm capable of doing and what I'm a pleaser. But he was just, and I was surprised when, and I was just
How long
like,
have you guys been friends?
we met in 2000 and probably 12.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But we didn't know each other. I was actually friends with
He's a buddy of mine.
Okay.
and then he heard I could play softball real well, so then he wanted me to play on the
I want
stage.
to talk to you about some softball people that I know later, especially in Southside. I know some people. But you also get, and I'm sure that you guys knowing, like, just this little time we spent together, there are also people that you call, like, emotional vampires. Like, people that know that you bring good to a situation, and they kind of take advantage
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
And knowing that you are on the same level with someone. Like, feeling like, you know what, Caitlin and I couldn't be more opposite in a lot of ways, but, like, innately we're good and we want to
Yeah.
bring good to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
that's what it is. Like, is it a really, like, messy drunk kind of good? Most of the time it is. It really is.
Accurate.
Yes.
And he was, I mean, he does photography, video, a lot of creative things.
Yeah.
And then I told him the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, that's cool. Instead of being like, brush it off, like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But he encouraged the creativeness out
Right.
of me. And
Well, he's more of a writer.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love, the video side of stuff. I love editing.
production.
Video.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it just kind of works out that, like, he likes to write, I like to produce. So,
That's good.
then we did the shoot together with the
Yeah.
weightlifters.
Oh, yeah. So
Oh,
it was kind
okay.
of like,
What are we talking about?
it was,
One of our sponsors.
Hit me
Oh,
up,
okay.
boo.
Is this Ranger?
yeah.
Ranger Nutrition.
Ooh,
I
I want to
listen to
know
that. Okay.
about them.
I do
want to
too.
know about them.
I will fill you in. After.
Okay, good.
I actually use their product, the testosterone pills, and
Yeah.
I actually have energy in the morning without having to drink like 19 things of caffeine.
Do you have a boner all day?
That doesn't quite work like that.
I'm a little fuzzy on
Honestly,
testosterone.
Honestly,
that's my first thing. Like when you say testosterone, I think like
No,
just
no.
boner for
No, no.
hours.
no.
boner qualities went up.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
good
not about
for you.
quantity. It's
If they
about
asked me, if I was
quality.
on one of
Good
those
for you.
infomercials, that's what I would say. Is like, my boner qualities went up.
And you know what?
okay,
Unless
I
you've
support
been,
it.
yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Actually, I get it. I feel like you might need to have your wife on here to validate. But yeah, no, I don't. I don't. Girls don't. But girls are supposed to have a certain amount of testosterone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Oh,
why I was
really?
curious about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know shit.
No, I don't either. I don't either. I feel like I heard. Maybe I read that somewhere. Probably Cosmo or something stupid. I don't know.
No, yeah, we all have.
We need to know about
I mean,
Ranger.
Like even,
Maybe Ranger wants to branch off, and maybe, I don't know, I feel like they're very healthy, but if they wanted to maybe sponsor a drunk YouTube channel, they
drunk
could.
bitches.
They could. We would definitely take their supplements before we drank.
Oh yeah.
I actually do their protein
My
shakes
boner
too.
quality.
Yeah,
I'm ready for my boner quality to go up.
I would be very
I
happy.
am all about boner quality. You ever just call the boner in your life like the craziest shit?
Yes.
Okay, so I got a thing the other day that it's called. I'm always buying crazy shit to make healthy stuff.
Yep.
And it's a thing that you put fruit in to make like frozen yogurt, but it's just fruit. There's no dairy.
Love that.
I know we're gonna make some alcohol with it.
Okay.
So I got this.
Ready.
So I got it, and it's called Yonanas. And so what do? I run up to John's boner, and I'm like, Yonanas! Because why wouldn't you?
Love that.
Yeah, so for the last 48 hours, it's just been like, Yonanas! That's all I've been saying. It's out of control.
I think my love for her just went to. Because
It peaked.
Because
It peaked right there.
Because she did what I do. Because there's no video of what we're doing, but we always use our hands like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Like a
Hands,
stress ball.
yeah.
Like a stress ball.
Says there's a very specific spot on a man's balls that you want to touch. Like it's like a soft spot. It's like on a baby's head. It's like on his balls,
Yeah.
and
Always
you
got a
know the
couple balls.
spot. You
Always
got to
got a
know the
couple.
spot, and you
Couple
touch
balls.
it. Yes.
Don't ignore the balls.
No, hard. No, do never ignore the balls.
Good deal.
Yeah, and that's how we're gonna end this great podcast.
We are. Okay, so this has been rather fun. I gotta say.
We should do this regularly,
Hey,
right?
we definitely can.
This
definitely
is
We
one of
should-
my.
Have you guys done a live podcast before?
No.
Oh, we should merge and do live YouTube, live podcast, Facebook Live, the whole thing together.
Shit.
My
How do we-
bo-
how do we
I
do
just
that?
got a boner.
I did too.
Kids in the audience.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Luke.
Really
I'm
sorry
so
for
sorry.
He's
But you know what? If you're gonna learn, you should learn from your dad.
Well, I'm grooming
or some
him.
weird stranger women you don't know.
I'm
Some bitches that just walked in your front door.
I'm grooming him that way. If I drop dead, he's like, I
gotta
that
have-
Ready.
covered
I gotta
all
have
this.
somebody
I
to
got
take
this.
over.
Step in. He can step in. I totally understand.
Smart man.
That's why he was driving the car the other day.
You
Make
said
sure
that-
he's ready.
Out of everything that we said this whole time, like I say some crazy shit, and you said that, and I feel like my face was like, oh,
He drove the car?
God.
Well,
I've started letting my kid drive through the neighborhood.
Well,
I think
I-
that's fair.
I let my
remember-
5-year-old sit on my lap and do it.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
that.
One time, because my parents did that to me when I was a kid.
I remember that was like the best day of my
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Mine was when my dad drove a semi. He put me on his lap and
Oh,
drove
yeah.
to Ohio, and it was awesome.
Isn't that funny?
Until he took me to the house where his
Uh-oh.
person he was cheating on with, and he went to go have sex in the woods, and then I was left there, so he ruined the moment. That's how you end the podcast.
That's fucking hashtag derail.
True story.
See,
Have you ever had
here's
sex in the woods?
here's the
I
lesson.
never have.
I
At
used
my
the least-
backyard.
Really?
I used
Is
to-
that the
yeah.
woods?
Yeah,
Yes.
but you have to bring.
My go-to spot when I was in high school was in the woods.
But you have to
My
bring
go-to
something with
spot
you because you
was-
can't use a leaf that falls apart. That's just embarrassing
To clean up?
Yeah, it's just like crumpled in your hands. And you're like,
I had a cousin like that. We were out four wheeling and by Lake Lemon. I don't know if anybody
Yeah.
knows Lake
Oh,
Lemon.
yeah.
That's
Lake
where I go
Lemon.
wakeboarding.
Okay, well, we had a house on Lake Lemon growing
Yep.
up. We had cousins, and we were on four wheelers. And I had a cousin that was like, "I got the poop," and I was like, "Bitch, you're on your own." And she was like, "What do I wipe with?" I was like, "Leaves." Well, it was and it was the fall, and they were fucking dry, and just she had the straight leaf trail up her ass and her back. I got my ass whooped so bad when I got home. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding.
Oh shit!
I
Poor
know.
thing.
I know.
So, like, not only is it itchy because like she couldn't
I
wipe, it
know.
was like the crumpled leaves in
Oh.
her little bum bum.
I had to go pick a switch, and it was game fucking over.
Man.
My grandma always she was like, "Go give me a switch."
I don't
I'm
miss
like,
those. I don't
no.
miss those days. Because if
No.
you pick the wrong one, then they would go pick it.
Oh
You
yeah.
would, and you'd be fucked either way. You go skinny and long, that stick would sting for days. And you go thick and hard, you'd be bruised for
Oh
days.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You'd were screwed either way.
All right. We'll end it now.
Hey, Luke, click on that, homie.
I can't. You can't.
All right, you guys.
Oh, he took it.
Yeah, sorry.
There you
I was
go.
looking at stuff.
That's okay.
So you guys want to give out? Let's give out all your.
Well, first, that is before you
love
guys
it,
got
yeah.
here, we were talking about how beautiful that picture was.
Oh, thank
do
you.
love
We
that
had a
picture.
good friend of ours, Caitlin Huff. She's a photographer here in Indianapolis. Look her up on Instagram. Mrs. Caitlin Huff, I think is what it is now.
Yep.
That's at the Elbow Room downtown, a historic bar that serves great drinks. And
Such a
we,
cool picture, though.
yeah, we had our pictures taken there just a couple weeks ago. And obviously, if you don't get two girls and what did we? Two girls and a
one
blog.
blog.
2 girls, 1 blog. That's on you. You need to obviously get your shit together. But yeah, so Caitlin, what should we add?
What are you asking us?
I don't know. I felt like they want to know all our contacts. We have
Two
Two Girls, One Blog.
Right here and pick it all
Blonde
up.
on Brunette is the YouTube channel,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
Oh,
It's not on that one. It's on I think the next one. Okay, so I know all this off the top of my
Yes,
head, actually.
go.
The YouTube is Blonde on Brunette. The Facebook, Blonde on Brunette. Our Instagram, Blonde on Brunette. Our Twitter is actually B on B YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Our Pinterest is pinterest.com/blonde on brunette. I made us a Pinterest the other day.
We had a Pinterest.
I just made it.
That sounds like me. I
Blonde
start
on
adding
Brunette.
stuff
If you want
and
to
don't tell him
email
about
us,
it.
I didn't know I didn't know we had YouTube. You
You
just
don't
told me the
know.
other
You just
day.
don't know. You
yeah.
just don't know.
So we've got fucking everything. If you want to email us, we're contactbeyondb@gmail.com, or you can just tweet it, either one of us.
Yeah, my Twitter is the Jess Expo, kind of like the Black Expo, only not. And what's yours?
K Kopetsky.
K.
Sound it out.
Kopetsky.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, and what is Instagram? I think mine's Jess Hooker _
It is,
yeah.
yeah.
And what's yours? K Kopetsky
K
again.
Kopetsky,
Kopetsky.
boo. Why did I use my last name?
That's fine.
I did it in my
love
Twitter,
it.
and I was
I
like,
love
ah.
it.
Well, that's before we started the show. But guys, definitely,
Yeah, check them out. They're fucking hilarious.
they're local.
Yeah.
And then B, this is like I always say, and I know it's arrogant. Get in before it gets too big.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean, that's just the way we
Thanks.
look at it. Get in before they're a lot of fun, and they're the same on and off. So we talked to them before we started.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're like this all the time.
And there's-
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
people ask us like that too. Are you always like that? And then I always like when my wife says, "Yeah, he's always like this."
Always like that, yeah.
Just
His wife told
Unless
him,
I go with you somewhere, then I don't talk.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah, asshole. His wife, she goes, I never met anybody that talks as much as you until I met AP.
She calls
true.
us chatty catfish.
I don't like silence because
No,
when I was
I
a
don't
kid,
either.
silence meant I was in trouble.
Means you're in
Yeah.
trouble.
I don't like
yeah.
silence.
But
I
I
didn't
will.
think
If you,
about that.
if you take me somewhere I don't want to go, I won't talk on purpose.
Yeah.
I
See,
said-
that's the difference. If you're taking me somewhere I don't want to go, we're
I'm
gonna
make
order
it
shots.
miserable for everyone.
We're gonna order shots and everything's gonna be fine.
We were in a garage. There was
Yeah,
nothing there.
for an hour.
Okay, that sounds terrible.
So I just kept saying yes, sir. No,
So you
sir.
know what? I just like I like manifesting things, especially when I'm with cool people that I like.
Yeah.
I want to manifest maybe a bar crawl this summer. How do you guys feel about that? We're gonna
Hi.
do indie social media YouTube podcast bar crawl. Let's get
I'm
that
fucking
together. You
game.
guys game?
Yeah,
I'm game.
absolutely.
All right, let's
Yep,
do it.
absolutely.
All right.
Support.
Yes.
I support.
I have plenty
Okay.
of personal and sick days left.
Let's do it. Let's cash all those bitches in this summer.
All right. Be sure to check out Blonde on Brunette on YouTube, Instagram. They are on Facebook now too. You can search for them there.
We have a blog. Maybe it'll be blondeandbrunette.com by the time you
Maybe
hear this.
we're checking
Maybe
it
won't
out.
be.
We're figuring
Who
it
knows?
out.
We'll check it out after the show. We'll see what we can do. You can follow us on Twitter. That's at Smugcast Show. We are also on Instagram. That is at Smugcast_. We are on Facebook. You can just search for Smugcast. You can follow me. That's at Smugcast_AP on Twitter. You can follow BJ. That is
At the BJ Robbins.
at the BJ Robbins. You can send us questions that you heard us talk about today to smugcastshow@gmail.com. Am I leaving anything else out?
No, just if you need anything, there's plenty of ways to get a hold of us.
Yep.
And then we do have a YouTube, but we're not going to promote it.
Yeah, there's not really much on there right
Because
now.
I didn't even know we had it till like 2 days ago.
I made a little
Just
like
didn't know
a little.
we had a YouTube until like 2 days ago too.
I made a little like video. Yeah, it was.
And then we will be doing the Facebook Live here. I want to do, this is my idea. My birthday's coming up in March.
Yep.
And I know people, I take a lot of shots at people. And I'm making fun of a lot of people.
We want to do a roast.
We want to do a roast for my birthday.
I love
An
don't know how
open
we're-
roast, like in
I don't-
public?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
It will be on Facebook Live. We will promote it
Is that what we're
enough
gonna
so
do?
people
I
can.
thought we were gonna do it at a bar.
We can do it wherever.
I'm
We can
acting
do
like
it.
I'm a part of this.
You can be
She
if you
just
want to
took
be.
charge of this whole shit.
I don't care.
If you want, Caitlin and I could definitely host a roast.
We would love to host a roast
'Cause
and
it
be
would
able to
be-
possibly
yeah.
and be able to be recorded.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Because I
don't know why I keep saying us.
You are more than welcome to join in. I don't care.
Like I'm already saying yes. I'm like sure
I
whatever
don't-
you need.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
do
do
it.
Down
it.
for
Like
I don't
someone
care.
like she's gonna send us a message on like Twitter.
Honestly, you've got him wrapped around your pinky finger
Let's
after
do
that
it.
ball thing. Going on over there. I don't know.
Let's do
He's
it.
grabbing nuts in
this
the air. And
this
he
is the
just-
second
Yo
person
nanas.
this
Yo
is the second,
nanas.
This is the second person that I've met that I've been a fan of that has not been
Disappointed you?
disappointed me.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Because I met Concept and now I met her, and then
Concept was cool as shit.
yeah, and they've treated us with respect, and they
Yeah.
didn't come on just to promote their shit and get in, get out. They actually stuck around. So did he.
BlondeOnBrunette.com. I'm just kidding.
What did she say?
I said
She said
BlondeOnBrunette.com. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, this has been awesome, and we're so grateful because, I mean, you guys know when you don't get to be guests, like, so hopefully we can have you as guests on our YouTube channel eventually.
I'll
And
make you virgin. I'll make
Yeah,
you virgin
we'll make you
stuff.
some virgin
I won't
drinks.
make you a virgin.
I've
You've
actually
got kids.
thought about this, and I'll tell you my idea off
Okay.
the air so we don't spoil it.
Okay, good,
Okay.
good. But there's going to be more collabs between us and Smugcast, and we can't
Cool.
wait.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm ready.
Do the sponsors?
Yep, this sponsors. All right. Thank you to Ranger Nutrition. You can find them at rangernutrition.com. Don't forget you can use promo code SMUGCAST to get 15% off your order. Also, Jay's Wings and Seafood over on the east side of Indianapolis. You can pop in there, get promo code SMUGCAST. You'll get 10% off your order.
AJ.
Also, big shout out, big thank you to Repo Records. They help us out with the audio each and every week. Big thank you to them. They're the one that hooked us up with all the sound dampening foam in this room.
Making us sexy since 2016.
That's right. That's Repo Records taking the music back. And with that, this is Smugcast.
Stay smug, kids.
Stay smug.